pressing the button. Gonna put
And do we have
5-minute
audio?
timer on.
And we don't have an Ali in game yet, I've just realised.
He's back on Discord.
I am just opening it. I'll be there in 30 seconds.
I'm gonna quickly mute myself while I finish up actually doing my stuff here.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're also missing another.
We are missing a Gwent, and we know we're missing a Gwent. Is the thing.
Gwent's not gonna be here this week.
Yeah. Or next week, right? Isn't that it?
Or like the rest of the month.
The whole month.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, I played Pathfinder 2 for the first time.
Oh, yeah, how was that?
Really fun. It's as soon as you get character creation, it's actually really simple. And the actual play, as soon as you figure out how it works, is really simple. So it felt good.
It's much more melee focused than spellcaster focused. How true is that?
The marshals, the caster, if you want to deal damage, marshals are better than spellcasters, but spellcasters are still really good. They're just not as good at just, I win this entire combat.
Okay, so you say their spells are more like flavorful or RP focused than just pure combat damage.
Yeah, they're still good at combat, but the combat is more crowd control and things. It's because at level 1 you can make 3 attacks a round as a marshal, which definitely helps. My level 2 ranger missed for like half the encounter, and then got 1 hit on the enemy and exploded him. The boss.
Nice.
Because I crit.
The
The guy had 6 health left, and because we were like slowly chipping him down, I got a crit on the last hit with my 2-handed war flail, and I've got basically like the hunter ability. So just obliterated him for 22 damage. Just smeared him over the nearby wall.
Nice.
So you hit very hard, and you can take a beating as well. But it's really fun. It's just, it feels good. And there's actually, like, martial characters have other things to do than just attack. Because, like, the flail that I've got, I picked it because you can choose, instead of attacking, to either disarm the opponent, to try to disarm them, or to trip them. That's, like, 2 other things you can do with the flail, even though you've got, like, 2-handed weapon. It's really fun. It's really cool. And they've fixed one of the main problems that Pathfinder 1e had as well. So instead of like prestige classes and things, or like always having to multi-class, they've got this thing called archetypes, which basically gives you an extra like mini class built in.
Okay.
Which is really fun. So, like, a lot of the ones that were prestige classes in Pathfinder 1, like Dragon Disciple, Cavalier, Hell Knight, and all that kind of things, are just, like, little extra... You get these abilities on top of your normal abilities. So you don't have to, like, multi-class and just ruin your entire thing, and it all doesn't work out, and your modifiers get weird. So, it's very, very, very enjoyable. I very much liked it. As it only had 1 session... but very good. And also we were an entire party of martial characters, which, so I didn't get to see that much spellcasting, but from from talking with all the people I was with who have played a lot of Pathfinder 2e, they were going, yeah, you can totally do, like, the full nuke mage still, by the way. Like, it still works. It's just not quite as always going to win the entire encounter.
Fair enough.
Type thing. So, very cool. Oh, and also you can be a vampire if you want to, off the bat. Or a lich, or a ghoul. Because only a couple books have obviously come out, but one of them is a undead themed book, and all the archetypes from that are different types of undead.
Yeah.
Also has a holy necromancer in it.
A holy necromancer.
Yeah.
My crusade is to...
necromancer.
A light-based necromancer.
I am the necromancer. I will make sure if you die, I bring you back and you will avenge yourself.
I mean, that's all necromancers are, really. They're just late healers.
Yep. Also, the classes. I was just casually looking for the classes. The classes are so much cooler. Monks are actual martial artists. You can take Strength Monk and it's really good. you can have rogues get to pick between decks and a different stat for their like primary attribute.
You can, by the way, go ahead and switch to the main screen. We are going to go after Bane finishes this thought.
Yeah, and yeah, the classes actually you can play much more fantasy. Like you can play a druid that's only shapeshifting, and you can become a kaiju or a dragon or a purple worm. It's great. So
Cool.
that's my end of endorsement. Pathfinder 2 is fun.
Please sponsor.
Might try one shot at some point.
Definitely.
But for today we're doing Dungeons and Dragons, very literally on the dragon aspect.
Yep.
As Gwen is going to be cowering in the bowels of the ship for the coming weeks. And presumably we're going to have the point actually go to bed this session.
You finished
After
making the
whatever
soup.
they were doing last session.
No,
We'll get to
Point's
that.
going to wake everybody up.
We're going to get to that in a second. First, before I do the recap, let's go ahead and do introductions, because I always forget to do these after the recap. Alvina, say hi.
Howdy!
Zormir, say hi.
Hi.
Hope you say hi.
Hello there.
Cultmaster Lou, say hi.
Hey.
The Point, Sleepless in Shadow Cove, say hi.
Hello.
Who's
Now,
back
The
on?
Point, you said you caught up on them last session.
Yes,
Is there
I
any
have,
questions
yeah.
or anything you want to ask before I get into the recap?
None that immediately spring to mind.
No, it's fine. You can ask for clarifying, of course, through the session. Previously, for those tuning in for the first time or haven't tuned in for a while, this is your first episode, you didn't see last week's, blah, blah, blah. The party finally managed to get a long rest and go to bed. Only unfortunately for them, when they went to bed, shenanigans happened, because shenanigans always happen for this party. And Fukyu found themselves in a shadow dreamlike version of the Dawnriser, exploring through the seemingly constantly dimly lit interior. No matter how much light produced, it seems to have been smothered by some unknown dream force. They eventually met up with the very enigmatic Morph, who decided to have a little bit of a charades game with Fukyu and indicate that some horned entity may be in danger of getting shot.
Possibly by fuck you, as far as fuck you figured out the charades.
Yeah, potentially by Fukyu. Having stumbled upon Lou Grimm's dream sphere, you entered into the dream of Lou Grimm, where it was discovered that they were under attack by two unknown assailants in entirely black outfits, guys head to toe with a visor, a helmed visor. Sorry, helm
Ninjas.
with a visor.
Ninjas.
Ninjas. I was thinking more like agents in black, but with helmets.
Oh, okay.
Ninjas.
Yeah, I very much got
ninjas
ninjas
work.
vibe. I very much-
Ninjas mixed with men in black.
It's Cobra Kai.
Kinda, actually.
They fought off the assailants and then returned to the dreamlike ship, to which they then began to recruit their fellow party members, stepping into each one's dreams and learning a little bit about what the character was dreaming. For some of them, it was fun, high-stakes action adventure, and for others, it was torturous nightmares. Apparently, there
That's
was no
wrong.
in between.
Yep.
Nobody was just dreaming of laying about doing nothing.
Hey, Alvina's not allowed to dream normally. She gets shown. She's got a television.
Upon arriving on the top of the deck, you discovered what appears to be some large, blue glowing spectral light emitting and radiating down on the ship, as well as were ambushed by 24 of these ethereal agents who read out the purpose that they were here for, that is to bring Lou Grimm into custody on charges of high treason and breach of contract. The party didn't
False
feel like handing Lou
allegations.
Grimm over.
No.
And subsequently murdered every ethereal agent, or at least defeated every ethereal agent. They seem to pixelate and burst while they vanish. You're not entirely sure if they actually died, or if you die in the dream, you die in real life. We'll find out when one of the characters die. What happens? But one of the remaining ethereal agents, who had ended up with a scar, summoned a creature from one of the player's dreams, that of a ancient amethyst knight.
Dragon.
Not amethyst knight, a dragon.
Yeah.
And that is where we resume the players. Well, actually, where we resume is we're going to go to the point first,
Yeah.
which is why I need the Curio map. There we go. That's what I was supposed to do. I had a whole order planned out here, but here we go. The point. It is late into, well, it's semi-late into night. It's about 1, 2 a.m. roughly on the night, having rescued Fukyu from the dimensional prison, or the mirror prison. And for some reason, you didn't go straight to sleep. Why was that? What were you up to? Obviously, you've had a little bit of food, maybe you've kind of relaxed a little bit. What's the point doing? And more importantly, where were you actually sleeping tonight? Because it doesn't have to be on the ship if you went back to the inn. Would you like to be at the inn or the ship?
Probably would have been at the inn. And following the rescue in which the point attempted to do a solo rescue, nearly got killed, and then had to be saved by the rest of the party. They've kind of just gone off for a walk around the city, essentially moping.
I was going to say going off for a sulk.
Exactly.
Now,
Yeah.
As you're walking around the city, it occurs to you that when was the last time you checked on the celestial egg?
Actually, that is something I should have checked. Did I ever succeed in making that scry-proof box for it?
You did, yes.
Okay.
Nice.
It was actually quite a simplistic endeavor. You mostly just needed a lead-lined box.
Yeah, it's a lead safe, but you know,
It's a small lead safe.
yeah. As soon as I think about that, I will rush back to the Dawnriser.
As you're walking through the city at effectively after midnight, you hear the standard sounds of an urban environment at dusk. You can hear the songs of drinking from sailors, taking shore leave inside the tavern areas. You can see some people kind of late nights from work trudging down with exhausted hanged heads as they return to their dwellings. Even at this late at night, there is still the rhythm of metal against metal and the occasional squeal of rusted iron as the shipyard and the docks continue to trudge along with perfect efficiency and precision. And you eventually return to the outer docks and find the Dawnriser. You enter aboard the ship and make your way to your room.
See,
What do you do once you get there? How do you go straight to the egg? Do you do anything? Paint us a scene.
this late at night, the point will creep on board, but not kind of for stealth, just for I don't want to wake up everyone else. And we'll
Don't be
go
afraid.
and we'll open the wardrobe where the lead-lined box is, and just not open the box, but look at the box. Just check for any sign of tampering, any sign of it's been opened.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. There it is.
As you look at the box and you try to see if there's any nicks or scratches, anything that wasn't there previously before, the little piece of sellotape you've put upon the crevice is still in one piece.
Okay, good.
Clearly the box hasn't been opened.
Okay, good. I have a brief thought of it's a lead-lined box. Is lead that shiny?
Can be. Polish it.
Is this box mirrored on the inside, essentially?
No, you don't believe it is. It's entirely dark in there.
Okay, in that case, I feel like okay, it's safe. I've got my massive pile of wool scraps to sleep in. I'm back now. I might as well. I've already summoned Point Bot. I don't think Merida has enough sentience to be an alarm system, but I set up Merida as an alarm system just in case.
Now, the point, you are also, you know, a bard, an artificer, presumably well-groomed.
Mm.
You catch sight of the mirror in your room. What do you do with it?
What would
Like
I
I've just
probably
dealt
would-
with a mirror monster essentially.
I'll put a blanket over it. It's attached to the wall, so I can't turn its face to the wall. So I'm just gonna put a blanket over it.
You put a blanket over. Do you just throw the blanket over? Do you secure it in any way? Do you hope the gods don't just let the blanket slip back off?
I secure it around the top.
You
I make
nail
sure
it.
Yeah, how paranoid is the point being, I guess is the question.
Oh god.
Entirely up to you.
So not paranoid enough to ruin the woodwork.
I'm also just.
Yes, paranoid enough to make sure it is properly wedged between the mirror and the wall.
I love, by the way, I actually forgot that Alvina's got a mirror in her room as well. Oh well.
I don't have any disco balls in here, do I?
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Have any disco balls in there?
I
You
can
can if you want.
I put oh god, the wardrobe's where the egg is. I also put the disco ball underneath a pile of blankets. Just unscrew that one from the ceiling, put it in.
You do so.
About your mirrored clothing. You guarantee you have some.
You go into the wardrobe, you take out anything that has a reflective on it. It's a surprising amount of clothing articles.
I think I've got like one tux left in there. And like one outfit that I keep for sentimental reasons.
After hours of mirror-proofing your room,
Yep.
you begin to yawn and feel tired.
I think we figured out why the point wasn't in bed when the rest of us were.
Mirror proofing.
Just took so
Everywhere.
long to mirror-proof their room.
Yep.
Eventually, for the sake of the story, you fall asleep.
Oh. I fall asleep because I'm hiding all of the mirrors underneath a pile of blankets.
On top of the mirror.
I'm falling asleep on top of a pile of mirrors. Yep.
The bird in the mirror.
You find yourself awaking not in your usual dream, but in a dark reflection of your room. It's almost as if maybe you've woken up in real life, but everything just seems darker, and the ship is rocking side to side, and suddenly you're being pushed against one side of the wall as your entire room begins to tilt on an axis. You hear the sound of combat above you. What would you like to do?
You hear Alvina
The
yelling.
point, yeah, the point isn't particularly an early riser, so they'll just look out. Actually, they have a porthole here. Just look out the porthole in their room.
There's a foot.
You stick your head out of the porthole. You look up at a giant dragon ass hanging on the perch of the ship.
No, Neil.
A tail wiggling back and forth. The creature appears to me made out of some form of amethyst crystal.
Alvina, what have you done now? Back into the room. Jam a chair underneath the wardrobe door to make it slightly more difficult to get in there. And then I'm up on deck.
You do so. As you make your way up deck, you pass by Gwen running in the opposite direction. They shout a jarbled sequence of words that you aren't quite able to discern, but something about dreams, something about dragons, something about you're all fucked.
Yeah, that's
You
pretty
get the
standard.
general impression.
Yep, that sounds like Gwent to me.
But with that, the point, go ahead and roll initiative and join in on the dragon conquest.
Yeah.
Well, the point is gonna go, not the point, the Gwen is gonna go back to their room and gonna lock their room in the dream sphere. Well, pick up their door, push it back against. You know, they're just gonna lock the medbay door.
Fair.
There's, they already would have passed. I would have just offered my room. Because that's a working door.
Fortunately, with the speed they were going at, whew,
Yep.
couldn't get a word in edgewise. Let's see, gotta reroll this. But we're gonna skip Morph's turn as we get back into it. But we resume back into the dreamscape Amethyst Dragon fight with Fukyu's turn. Morphus just looking frustratingly at you and the rope you previously made.
Yep.
I can't remember if you already handed the rope over to Alvina or not.
Not yet, no.
And a dragon is looking down at the party while Alvina is riding on the dragon's head. What would you like to do?
Fucky's gonna look down at the rope, look up at the dragon, and be like, "No, this isn't gonna work." And then he's gonna draw out his wand and try to polymorph the thing.
Polymorph an ancient dragon.
Yeah.
It's worked before.
Well,
This is gonna hurt if you succeed.
Yeah, I'm
if you insist.
gonna try polymorph it into, I don't know, a goldfish.
Yolimar.
The classic! The classic!
Remind me what save I'm making. Is it wisdom?
Wisdom 15 save.
I don't think it can fail, but go for it.
Oh, it has a
Probably
chance.
not.
It's got a +10. For a 28, it does not.
Yep.
You see your spell kind of reflect inside the dragon before harmlessly dissipating.
Oh, thank God.
Guys, what can we do?
Kill!
Looks him off.
The
Do you know how
dragon
to
lets
kill a
out
dragon?
a sinister cackle.
Kill the guy who summoned it!
No,
That's an idea.
take his control.
Just kill the bastard, it's gonna be easier!
Kill the bastard!
Shut up, you!
Fuck you. In that case, is gonna yeah. Is it figure one that summoned it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's gonna move his 30 feet. He can ignore difficult terrain, so that's fine there. I'll just double check, make sure, see if I've got a bonus action dash.
Are you a level 2 rogue?
No.
I don't think
It was just to see if, because I know like goblins get some like roguey things like the disengage and hide. I wasn't sure if it got dash as well.
I don't think they get a
So-
dash. There's a different one that gets dash, I think, for
Yeah.
the rogue. Cause...
So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 next to Lou. And I've already used my action, so I can't dash. Gonna leave Morph up there so they're safe. Or out of the way at least.
They're out of breath weapon angle.
Yeah.
That's what matters. Is that your turn, Fuku?
That's gonna be my turn. Hang on. Does Alvina and Zormir still have my bardic die?
Yes, I do. I don't know if
Can't remember
Zormir does, but
if
I still have it. So
I can't remember if you used your or not, Bob. So I'm gonna give you another one.
Okay.
just to save time, you've got one
Yep.
now.
Yeah, like I watched this earlier today and I can't remember.
Yeah.
Who knows? You got one now. Zormir, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Zormir, what do?
There's currently a dragon in front of you. Alvina's riding on top of the dragon.
Don't
Every time you
hit
punch the dragon, it hurts.
Don't hit it!
I go, oh, fuck it then. Cast fly on myself and bugger off and grab him.
You come around the edge of the mast and you see just kind of crouching there behind the wheel of the ship and the mast pole behind him is the figure of this ethereal agent with his scarred helmet. You can see the splotchy amphibian skin underneath. He looks up at you with a startle and speaking out loud, which in a series of deep speech that the machine he is holding, the little pad, translates.
I don't need translation.
Also, Zormir's the one that
I
understands.
speak
You also
deep
can.
speech.
You hear in the deep speech a little, by Republic.
I'll take that. No,
Yoink.
Would you like to try and grapple him? Or grapple the device off him?
well, I can't really know.
You've used
But
your
making
action.
I'd move toward grabbing it, at least.
That's fair. You may attempt to do so next turn then.
Hmm.
with that, is that your turn, Zormir, as you get into range of the figure?
Yeah, because I can't have nothing for bonus action.
God, bonus action grapple would be so good.
As
I thought
you
shifter,
return
long two shifters can do that.
to the Amethyst Dragon, currently with Alvina on top of their head. Let's see. Dragon particularly hates Alvina.
Yep. I have used the explosive rage, so I've got at least some damage reduction at the moment. If it tries to just maul me off. I also can't remember half the stuff that the power armor's doing for me, but I remember one of them is advantage in all strength things. So.
It's giving you the equivalent of enhance ability and a boost to +3 to your AC.
Cool.
The Amethyst Dragon unfurls its large crystalline wings as it spans the entire length of the ship, and in one mighty gust rises into the air. The ship begins rocking in its place as I need everyone to give me, well, apart from Alvina, and those flying, a dexterity save to not fall prone from the sudden unbalancing and wobbly back to forth of the ship.
Dex save.
Well, loser falling over.
Hallelujah, you fall on your ass.
The point is here now, but you just won't notice for 2 rounds as I try to get up on deck.
You've got to go upstairs. Actually, at least there's a staircase right next to you.
Does that staircase go up or does that staircase go down?
It goes up.
It goes up
Oh,
into
it goes
the
up,
quarters to the left, which then come out of this door here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't go.
So yeah, there are actually one stairs on either side of the ship.
Okay.
It's part of the design philosophy.
Gotta have at least 2 exits in case of fire.
Yep.
But the dragon begins rising, and they are going to look over into the deep purple void of this dreamscape. And they are going to curl their wings back in now that they are clear of the ship. And they are going to start spinning.
Yep.
Dive, dive, dive. Alvina, would you like to continue holding on to the dragon?
It's diving it's basically diving under for the ship, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alvina is going to, as soon as it basically goes to about level with the ship, she's going to try and leap onto the ship.
All right, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
With advantage, because power armor. 27.
As you are anticipating the danger of what this dragon's going to do. You know dragon tricks. You know that dragon's going to make you try and make you regret holding on to it.
The red dragon that I'm friends with taught me this one.
You manage to leap off just as the death spiral begins, before you fully lose the momentum of your own mind rattling around your skull, and you leap off the ship, and you leap with such a force, you clear the distance, no problem, as you can pretty much land on any north side of the ship you would like, as the dragon vanishes from view and is going to fly 80 feet below the ship.
Yeah, I'm going to ride.
It's going to be temporarily out of view.
I'm going for there because I imagine that's roughly where Alvina would land. Like, I'm definitely going to hit the ship. She'd aim for the middle. And I don't take fall damage because power armor gives me at least some resistance to fall damage. So, yay.
Yes. Alvina, is now your turn.
Okay.
The dragon is at least 80 feet under the ship and moving quickly.
Yeah, I can get to him just. I'm going to run up to this guy. And clobber him, basically. Because that's just one move action, so I've got full round of attacks on him. So does the molten one last until the end of my next turn? Or is it that turn only? Explosive rage, bonus action rage.
Depends what it says there.
End of your next turn, so I'm still molten raging.
Yeah, the idea was to give it 2 rounds, effectively.
Yeah.
Given its limited use.
So I'm at disadvantage, but I'm obviously going to reckless to neutralize it.
As you make a swing towards him,
Mhm.
in a yelp of fright, he is going to raise his wrist towards you and very quickly slap his wrist with his other hand as he seems to have some sort of advanced mechanical watch around his wrist.
Oh.
And as he does so, a flash of light erupts in your direction. A spectral blue, as I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Ooh. What is that? I'm assuming not against, like, charm or anything, right?
Nope, it is the dream equivalent of banishment.
Ooh. 16.
16, if I double check what their
You
DC.
You do have the Bardic Inspiration, remember?
True.
Would you like to do anything before I announce the results?
I will use the Bardic Inspiration because as good as a 16 is,
It could be better.
this could be better. It's not a guaranteed I'm fine. So I want to make that as a hopeful. 23.
A 23 succeeds.
Thank you.
As Figure 1 attempts to banish you to your own dream sphere,
Send me back to playing Halo.
the blue glowing light above the ship seems to fluctuate in its luminosity as for a second your power armor just feels that little bit heavier, that little bit realer before it returns to just kind of feeling quite natural on you. Kind of subliminal in your dreamlike state. Not entirely there. You're not entirely feeling it. As the flash doesn't shift you. And you may continue with your turn.
Okay. So this is obviously reckless attacking, which neutralizes it.
So you need to move Zormir slightly out of the way so I can grab Figure 1 and double check what their health was. Oh yeah, they were looking bad.
15?
A 15 does not hit.
Okay. Second go. I have to roll damage again, by the way, for these because I'm in the moderation. 13 didn't hit.
13, unfortunately not. As this figure is just kind of like, just narrowly avoiding you. They seem to have a slightly quick reactionary jump, effectively, almost like a frog, kind of very quickly leaping from side to side to avoid your attacks.
And hammer time, which also misses.
They grab one edge of the wheel and kind of use their like shifting momentum to just kind of fling themselves a little bit further out of your reach as they're very quickly kind of tapping on the pad next to them, just trying to stay alive at this point. Alvina, is that your turn? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that is everything I can do. So,
God damn it! Watch it! You
yeah, I'm imagining Alvina's very desperately trying to not destroy the wheel as well.
Figure 1 utters out in deep speech that Zormir is able to understand immediately. Attack! Yeah, it's supposed to be a slightly more amphibious, death sladdy, well, dream sladdy voice. Oh god, how did a frog? I don't know, just assume this is slimy and gravelly again.
Rabbit.
Attacking an ethereal agent of the Republic is a crime! Cease this hostile activity, or I will be forced to do charges against you. Look, I'm a little combobbled here, okay? This is a very adrenaline pumping situation. The machine, the little tablet that still has its translation protocol up, translates into a mechanical voice, the equivalent in common.
Alvina just is going to annoyedly shout back, well, you shouldn't have set a dragon on us then. But she's saying in Infernal, so it just sounds like just a roar to anybody else.
The point is your turn.
could I?
Suddenly the ship is rolling back and forward.
Ignorant, not Infernal, sorry.
Did you make your deck save?
I did not.
The point, you've just been thrown around your room, and suddenly you hear the smashing sounds of dozens of mirrors smashing as they get hurled around your room.
They're just dream mirrors. I don't need to worry about them.
You don't know you're in a dream.
You hope.
No, I don't.
Guys, is a mirror in a dream still a mirror?
It might be
It's-
water at that point.
It's like Waluigi. You've got Mario, Mirror
Wah.
Mario, Luigi.
Wah.
You've got Dream Mario, Wario. Yeah. Anyway, I sigh and just go, okay, one problem at a time.
Dragon.
And stand up.
Dragon.
Yeah, dragon. Climb up on deck.
Do remember that you were prone, so account for that in your mobility, and then place yourself where you'd like to go. Assume that the stairs take 10 feet of movement to get up to the next deck.
Okay. So 5 foot, 10 foot, 15. I'm just kind of in the doorway.
I'll let you just push open the doorway as you look out into the
Yep.
scene. Alright, is that your turn?
Let's summon Dream Mirror, because why not?
Yeah, because I believe you haven't used your action to get up there yet, so if you push open the door, you can feel free to do something.
I will summon Merida in front of me, and no, I don't know, it's Dream. Just yell, "Okay, who annoyed the dragon?"
Wasn't me.
Not here.
I think it's pissed off at me because this guy made me look like this.
Oh, yes, it's a bit of flavour. Anyone who does notice the point open the door would notice just a flicker in their appearance as they, just milliseconds after opening the door, they look fully like the point. But before that, they looked more just like a plain dwarf.
Huh. Interesting.
They don't see themselves as the point in their head unless other people are looking.
Yeah, okay, I like that. I like that. You are literally like generic dwarf otherwise, like the most stereotypical one that you could ever imagine, and then the point as soon as someone sees. That's cool, I like that one.
That's very nice. It is now Morph's turn, and Morph is going to begin drawing on the little chalkboard. And it's going to hold it up, hoping that somebody notices. Does anyone have a passive above 15?
Yes.
Zormio should.
No.
I have 15.
Alvina and Zormir, as you are level with Morph up on the other high rise of the deck, you notice Morph shaking about with the chalkboard, but unfortunately aren't able to quite discern what it says on the chalkboard or what it depicts with the movement off the chalkboard.
Because I've got
It's
the.
kind of
I
just
can.
blurring a little bit.
Does my Eagles 100 feet perfect conceive fine details help?
Does that apply to mobility?
That's why I'm curious.
I'll say yes.
So.
But only if you look over there. Do you believe Alvina would take their eyes off figure 1? You notice it in your peripheral moving. But I'll leave it up to you whether or not you take the moment to actually check out what the mobility is.
I'd say she might, because she did, like, shout over to the point. So I imagine she'd have at least glanced over to see the point, who is in the same direction. So possibly.
I'll allow it. As you glance over, the distraction catches Alvina's eye, and you spend half a second kind of just staring of, what's that Morph's got written on that chalkboard? And you manage to make out the fine details, even with the blurring movement, of what appears to be 3 images. The first depicting some sort of almost like cloud-like imagery, some kind of squiggly, blurring entity thing. You're not entirely sure what Morph is trying to indicate there. Morph is trying to indicate.
It's the weather forecast.
The bottom, there's a little arrow pointing from this weird blob, nebulous blob, pointing to. What is that? It's like some sort of strange spider insect, like skeleton. Who knows? And on the other side, the right side is what appears to be a stick figure with either a gun or some sort of, maybe a bow and arrow. It's not well drawn. Pointing towards the nebulous blob. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Like more still learning. Still learning how to draw.
12.
I mean, that was going to be my next thing as well. If fuck you saw the armor falter.
12. Who knows? Maybe you had time to like sit down and really think about it. But you're in the heat of combat right now.
Kill the cloud. As well, be just.
But Lou Grimm, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, what kind of state am I in? Because I've
Well, you're
massively
knocked
failed
prone.
that deck save.
Oh, you know what? You did critically
Crit
fail it,
fail.
didn't you?
Yes.
Well, you know, we don't do crit fails here. We only
Arsenal.
do lower than 0 fails here. So it's still a positive. I mean, you've fallen on your ass and you've like slid over to the edge, and as you look over, you're precariously close to the railing of the ship. God, thank God you didn't roll below 0. You might have fallen off. But as of right
I'm
now,
good at
you're
that
just kind
cloak
of
of protection.
hunched and your cloak has just managed to like give you enough
Snag.
friction to not fly overboard. But you are prone, kind of pushed up, and kind of your like shoulders kind of like pushed uncomfortably between the railings off it. It's a little achy and sore, but you know, not life threatening.
This is why we have guardrails.
Not for guardrails.
Yep.
But you are knocked down your ass and pro. Your ass and shoulder hurt, but other than that, you're good to go.
Would I be able to cast Mind Sliver on figure 1?
Ooh,
Being
while
prone.
knocked on your ass, looking up.
I think you weren't able to see him the last
It
time.
maybe if you stood
No, but he
up.
is jumping around trying to avoid Alvina right now,
Oh,
so
yeah,
he's
he's-
not crouched into cover.
Yeah, he's not in full cover anymore because I flushed him out.
With your ability to ignore partial cover, you can catch just a glance of him as he's kind of like popping in and out of your vision, trying to duck Alvina's swings. So there are moments where you can see him, yes.
He jumps over the hammer swing, and that's where you
and
see him.
And with your feet, you're able to have just enough time to target him. All right, intelligence saving throw. Let's see. These guys were pretty intelligent. Okay. You know, they've got really high aptitude tests to get into be an
Yeah.
Ethereal agent. That is a modified 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Succeed.
Unfortunately, the
Can I?
aberrational slad dream agent has really high resistance to mind attacks.
To be fair, they had to roll above average, so. So.
But Lugrim, is that your turn?
Yeah, it's pretty much all I can do.
That's fair. That's fair. As
Stand
we
up.
move in
Actually,
to
no.
Oh, yeah.
I will spend a sorcery point and use empowered spell to
Oh!
re-roll that dice.
Make him re-roll it, I think.
Yeah, when you roll damage for a spell, you can spend 1 sorcery point to roll up to
That's
5 of the
damage.
dice.
Oh, no, it's the other one does what I think you're after. I think it's heightened spell is the one that makes them re-roll the saving
Yeah, I
throw.
don't think I have heightened spell.
Ah, shame. Yeah, I don't think that one.
Yeah,
doesn't
unfortunately,
matter.
enhancement only does empowerment only does the damage die, not the save. Heightened would force a disadvantage, but unfortunately, you do not have that one.
That's me then.
But good to remember if you low roll in your damage that you can give that a little extra boost.
Mhm.
But with that, we're going to move on to figure 1. Also, I'm assuming Lugrim is going to get themselves up if they'd like.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to figure 1, who is still in the very precarious situation. Was kind of hoping that Dragon would do more of the work to distract, but Dragon apparently is just having a fun old time teasing the party. It's not immediately finishing them off. So I think it's time for figure 1 to start setting up something else as let's It's gonna take their action to do that. Do I have any bonuses? What do these guys normally have? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. He can do that. Yeah, he's actually going to as he kind of reaches out his hands, you see him kind of swiping something in the air and kind of almost push the air and then reach out his palm as something materializes in a pixelized form and then takes on a solid shape. And it appears to be some sort of orb with a swirling smoke inside it.
Interesting.
The
Smoke 'em
figure
all.
crunches the orb, and the smoke begins swirling around their hands and all the way around their body as the light begins to refract around the smoke, slowly evaporating the visage of Vigor 1 as they turn invisible.
Ooh.
You hear footsteps frantically beating a retreat.
I think I can still make an attack of opportunity, right?
Not unless you have any feat that allows you to attack invisible creatures.
I thought it was because it's at disadvantage, but I thought I could still make it.
No, unfortunately, you have to see a target to make a attack of opportunity.
Fair enough then.
So you need blind sight or true sight.
Yeah, I don't have. Actually, wait a minute. I want to make sure I don't have blind sight first. So just. Anyway, wait a minute. That might be a different character. That might be a different character.
But you hear the beating of footsteps and a little grunt as and a whoosh of air as Figure 1 jumps over the railing and needs to make an acrobatics check. Let's see how well they're gonna do. Do they get acrobatics? This one did not take enough off their course. But still lands pretty well. Okay, so manages to break their fall. Which pretty much takes them. Well, you see, did a passive 15.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a door open.
Bastard.
And then nothing else. With that, we move on to Morph's turn. And
Damn it, Alvina. You scared them too much.
Morph is gonna get up on the little table up here on the front deck here. You know what? This is the ship wheel here. What the fuck is this? Is this the railing? I think this is like
It's the anchor.
that'd be,
It's the
yeah,
anchor.
that'd be your anchor.
It's the thing that pulls the anchor up.
Yeah.
There you go. Don't break the anchor wheel.
That's what I was trying not to do.
Morph gets up on the little stand and is now just like frantically waving the chalkboard more, and then like pointing up at the glowing bluish spectral light above you.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, Fukyu, is your turn. What would you like to do?
When the Figure 1 tried to banish Alvina, would fuck you have seen the armor flicker?
What's your passive?
14. Because he would have been looking that direction anyway.
You would. It's the elevation that I'm considering.
Right.
Because they are up the stairs and up it's like an 8-10 foot landing above.
Or would if the cloud is like emitting light, would it have like dimmed for a split second?
Yes, you did see that the glowing orb flickered in its illumination, which was part of the effect. Yes.
Okay, so fuck you would have skidded to a stop, looked up at the cloud, look over to Morph, and see it like pointing at its chalkboard and then pointing at the cloud.
Yes.
Can't really see what's on the board.
Yep, just waving it frantically to back.
Yeah.
It hasn't quite realized the effect of motion.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna double check and see what spells I've got. Hopefully I've still got it prepared. I do. And I am going to cast a 4th level shatter in the middle of the cloud.
You do so. Does the cloud make anything?
It'd be a DC 17 con check if it can make it. Or if it has con checks.
You see your spell illuminate the center and kind of a wash of thunderous
Boom.
shattering.
Noise.
I don't know how the spell looks. As the cloud wibbles and wobbles, but you're not entirely sure if it's done anything to the cloud. There's no visible sign that it's gotten any weaker, and without either the dragon or Alvina in your line of sight, you also don't know what the effect is on those.
Okay. Fucky's gonna look over to Morph and be like, "What?
Did it do good?
Is that what you wanted?"
Morph stops, stares at the cloud and back down to you. Kind of ponders a little bit and then begins erasing the chalkboard.
Okay.
That's all he can do for now.
Bonus action wise, I don't think there's much more I can do. Uh, no. Fuck you's gonna run back up to Morph to see if he can see what's on their board a little bit better, because Alvina and Zormir were over at figure 1.
Yeah, that's fair. Morph will write on the board on his next turn. But with that, then we'll go to Zormir. Zormir, figure 1's just turned invisible and fucking ran for it. What would you like to do?
Basically started cursing because he was like trying to steal the device. And would I have noticed what fuck you did?
Oh, yeah. You're aware that suddenly a giant thunderous shattering emanated from the cloud. And fuck you cast it.
Okay.
Party awareness.
I'll fly up to the cloud.
You're gonna punch it.
Yep.
Punch the cloud!
As you get closer, there is almost a strange shift in air pressure as you begin getting closer and closer to it, as if you're kind of waving through just a denser field of air around it. You push on a little bit, and you can feel almost a slight tingling in your fingertips as you get closer to it. What's your fly? 50? What I put
60.
above the ship? I put like 80, 90 above the ship.
I can fly 60.
Well, we'll say you're getting to like the outer area of it. So as you get to, unless you would like to dash, as you get to the end of your movement, you're starting to feel the tingling in your finger. You're maybe about 30 feet away from it now, or like 20 feet away from it.
Yeah, I'll dash fly into the center, or as close to the center as I can.
As you cross what appears to be kind of the stronger illumination barrier or thresh or a horizon of this glowing orb, you begin to almost get split vision as your mind is distracted and by kind of light forming over, almost like the world around you has become semi-transparent and you're seeing two realities overlapped on top of itself. As you can see, as you enter into the light, the crime scene once more. See the details pondering you. Your mind begins to haze over as your thoughts are distracted, and suddenly it's like you're living two lives at once. One flying through the center of this cloud, but the other back in your dream, reliving that experience. What would you like to do as we come towards the end of your turn?
Right. Do you have anything? I'd probably just be like, "Well, this is a strange experience." Thinking at both points at the same thought, because experiencing it from both sides, it's just kind of like, this is a strange experience, but having them both realize at the same time. So it's sort of that weird one. They're connecting at the same time, but not. Kind of, they're still split. But that second of that's strange. This is a strange experience.
You do so. As we turn to your end of your turn, it is now the Amethyst Dragon's turn as they rush up towards the tip of the ship, a gust of air in their wake as they begin hovering 30 feet above the ship with a crystalline grin staring down at the length of the ship. You can see their maw begin to open. You can see what appears to be the traces of purple light inside their body beginning to glow larger and larger, more illuminative.
Yep. I've felt this before.
Let's just where the hell's its breath weapon? It's a dragon. Where the hell's its breath weapon?
Usually under actions.
I think it's just this. Huh. 1 second. I need to double check something.
Does Nemesis Dragons not have a breath weapon? I imagine they would.
They should.
I think they used it, didn't they?
Oh, they did, yeah. I don't know if it's recharged or not. I'm assuming it has.
They haven't used their breath weapon yet.
Did they? I thought
No.
they used it on the opening of the fight.
No,
I thought it was like a
they've
gravity.
recycled what damage we've done to it.
No, I know it did
Yeah.
that, but I thought it used the breath weapon on
No.
you guys when I rodeoed it.
No, only ever attacked you.
Fair.
Yeah, it's only had one turn. They used that to try and grapple you. But while I thingy that out, because if it doesn't have one, I'm gonna let it go to. We're actually gonna take a quick 5 seconds there
Yep.
because it's 7 and I need more water.
Cool.
Fair.
And also find out why the hell it.
Oh, but one very brief thing, by the way, Chris. The forward storage, that is the room immediately below me here, right?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah.
But yes,
Remember
with that,
this-
we'll be back in 5 seconds.
Remember, listeners, hydrate before you dihydrate.
Hydrate. By the way, if this thing doesn't immediately kill me
Yeah.
or something, I think I've got the the dude. Because
Okay,
because he decided to make a fatal error.
Moving straight down.
He went into. I heard a door closing. There's no doors on the staircase, which means he went into the forward storage room.
So I've got an idea of how to
he's
deal
in
with
an
it.
enclosed space, and Alvina has one of her AoE attacks left, which will
Oh,
enclose
no.
the entire forward storage.
There's nothing we need in the dream version of the.
It's a dream. It's fine. We don't need it. Also, if this caves in the entire front of the ship, sorry, Zomi.
Any objections?
I mean, you've already used it once already, so.
No, she's used one of them. She has two.
Yeah, that's what I said. You've used it once already.
No, I haven't used this one yet. This is the new one.
All right.
She has two AoE abilities because she has two weapons that both have one now. Basically, you're about to see a what happens when Ragnaros gets angry happen to the front of the ship.
No. Die, insect. But
Pretty
also frog.
Sulfura smash!
Tom is just like, nope, don't.
It's fine, he's mystified by a cloud. He can't stop me.
Yeah, I've got to say earlier, but I'm absolutely picturing these Slard as Kermit the Frog.
I'm imagining blue Kermit the Frog.
Mhm.
Basically. In a ninja outfit, like very
I'm
like
just
spoof Ninja
imagining
Turtles style.
The meme with Kermit speaking to like the sort of Sith version of him
Yes.
Yeah, I get another one you're meaning, yeah.
and saying whatever.
Yeah, I'm imagining if anyone's
That
seen
template.
Yeah, I'm imagining if anyone's seen Log Horizon, this is
Yeah.
kind of a niche one from Log Horizon, but do you remember there's the Ninja Turtle guy called Leonardo in it? And he's like, I'm a frog, damn it!
Yes.
Not a turtle.
It-
Yeah, I'm imagining that guy, that guy's
He's-
outfit, but black.
He was with other Tea Party member.
Yeah, he's with, what's her name?
Can't remember her name, but I
Very,
know
very
her.
happy girl. I can't remember her name, but that one.
Very, very happy girl.
In Log Horizon, there's one character who is like crazy positive because she was the leader
Right.
of the like old mega raiding team, and she's always positive on everything. So highly recommend
Would
Log Horizon.
Alvina announce that she's going to do
No.
what she's going to do?
No, you're gonna see her jump over the edge, kick
Alvina
open
hasn't
the.
said a thing yet.
Yeah, she has so far
Or
roared at
would she-
someone like a Balrog, and that's about all she's said. Reese.
Would she say something like, I know where he is?
No. She
Fair
doesn't.
Fair enough.
She doesn't say that kind of thing. She just acts on a
Yeah.
lot. She does talk a lot during battle, but not for that kind of thing. If
That's
she
fair enough,
knows she
it's
can
just-
immediately deal with it, at least, or she thinks
It's
she
just, I was thinking if she announced where she thought he was, Luke could go looking for him. Because Luke can see invisibility.
can. Ooh.
Look and see invisibility.
Yes.
I think he's got
Cool.
the spell see invisibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
Couldn't figure out the answer to my question, so I'm just giving it a damn breath weapon.
Yeah, I'm very surprised if it doesn't have one.
It's a amethyst dragon with some sort of other dragon ancestry.
Yeah, exactly. But are we all back? Are we all ready to get going?
Mm-hmm.
Believe so.
Believe so. Yeah.
Awesome then. Then the ancient amethyst dragon is going to smile wide, the light illuminating from the core of its crystalline body, and in a very dramatic 120-foot line, 10-foot wide beam of purple energy is going to sweep across the top of the ship.
Ew, I've just found what its old breath weapon used to be. Ew. It's got like it used to have a goop breath in one of like the really old editions, apparently. Yeah. But this is gonna hurt. This is what Alvina just says as she braces.
The point, you see an incoming beam of energy. What would you like to do?
Can I use my action to just grab Merida, pull her backwards, and just close the door?
Door shut.
Maybe, give me a deck save. Actually, I'm gonna make you do a deck save anyway for this. So everyone in that line give me a deck save.
I'll take it.
If you
Might not be
succeed
enough
high
anyway,
enough, I might allow you to get behind the door in time.
Where is the point on the map? I've forgotten.
21.
I'm
And
directly below Morph.
just to be safe, Gwent's hero die can be used for saving throws, right?
Yes, I believe it can be used for everything.
Cool. I'm gonna use it for a add to that.
Would that include me and Morph then?
23.
Yes.
Yeah, imagine it's like dead
Um,
center of the ship, like those
yeah.
like 4.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's like it's
what-
just a beam coming out of his mouth that's just like dinging all the
presume,
way
loose
along
save.
and up the ship.
Yeah.
Because it's literally a beam
Um,
weapon. That's what it's doing.
I've not got Morph stats, so you would need to roll that.
I'm not-
Yeah, that's
Um,
fine. I'll take care of that.
I'm not gonna lie,
but
Chris.
I'll take it.
27! Natural 20, 27! I'm not gonna lie, I was
You grabs more.
I was terrified, by the way, Chris, that it was gonna be the sword attack that I've got. I was terrified it was just gonna be that
wow.
at me. The gravity breath.
No, we're doing an old-fashioned light
Laser.
light-based force attack.
Laser beam.
As for those who Here's my high. For those who failed a DC 23.
Yes, I made it! Thank you, Gwent. You're not here, but thank you.
When you watch the stream.
You're going to take 87 force damage.
Thank God, because that would have downed me. That would have downed me if it hadn't.
Or if you succeed and don't have evasion,
Mhm.
are going to take 43
Yep.
force damage.
It's
Was that
fine.
87.
87 force damage. As unfortunately the point, as you reach out to grab Merida, the line that is quite literally a laser and is going the speed of light, moves a little bit quicker than you're able to throw yourself dramatically behind, as the energy just washes up the ship in lightning speed and just absolutely destroys everything in its path. The ship is now just scorched and cut down the center. As you can see, the actual board is beginning to break under the pressure of the laser.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. From full health, I'm down.
Yep.
Yeah.
87's a lot of damage.
Cool. What is
Which
your
means I
health?
can't share my big plan. 80. So 87.
Yeah,
Or your health
Alvina's
are level 11.
Alvina's total health is 120, and that's very high for a level 11 character.
Yeah, I mean, fuck yous is 102, and that's
Very good for a bard.
yeah, very good for a bard. Especially if I've only got like +2 con as well.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the average should be about 90. If you've got like a D8.
So, yeah.
Fair
I'll
enough,
look it
fair
over between this session and next, make sure I've not messed anything up. But
What's your con
Yeah.
mod? I assume it's just not +2.
+2, yeah.
Oh, you actually have you been rolling?
Yeah, I was gonna say double check, make sure you've not been
I've just
doing
been
manual
letting
roll.
D&D Beyond automatically.
Oh, if it's auto, then
update
it's
me.
Yeah, that's definitely wrong.
Yeah,
Okay.
because yeah,
That means
bardic
mine's
quantity.
wrong.
Yeah,
Because Beyond takes
Is-
the average, right?
yeah. Beyond takes the average, and your bard dice is what, D8, and
No, to be fair, the average of a D8 at level 11 is apparently 80 if you just have +2.
Okay, yeah, then.
Oh, then
Yeah,
you are exactly. It has literally
Yeah.
give you
My
exactly.
Yeah,
con's
what
I just
it do.
+3 and my max is 70.
To be fair, it is an ancient dragon.
Yeah, but you hate
Um,
sorcerer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got an idea to get
sorcerer's-
rid of it, but I'm also unconscious. I can't tell you.
Isn't
Ooh, that's
isn't a sorcerer D8 as well though?
No, sorcerer isn't. Sorcerer's D6.
Nah, wizards and
D6.
sorcerers are
Ah.
D6.
Yeah, wizard and
I'll-
sorcerer are the only.
I'll
D6.
say it anyway.
The sorcerer is only a bit higher usually because most of them have like this dragon sorcerer which has +1 hit point per level and things like that.
Mhm.
So if this is from Alvina's dream,
Mhm.
what happens if Alvina wakes up?
The age-old question.
One moment. I just have to check something.
Oh, there it is. There's actually on the right layer.
How does one wake Alvina up?
Now this is technically magic sleep, right?
Kinda.
This is not for the elf ability, by the way, because we've already said.
No,
like,
no,
the
it's
elf
an
ability.
interesting one because it's
sword.
technically psionic sleep.
Because the sword automatically wakes me up if I'm in danger and anyone nearby me.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that applies to dangers outside.
I was going like, how does this work? If I'm about to die in this dream, does it just wake me up?
No, for dream episodes everywhere across all of D&D, we're gonna go with no.
That's like,
The sword only cares about dreams external to your body.
Yeah. That's a very
It
good
doesn't
question.
know you're under threat because it's a dream.
The sword is also dreaming.
And
it's
we've
fixed, we're
established,
fine.
taking damage doesn't wake you up.
But Alvina, you're still up, right?
Yeah. Because of Gwent, I had exactly 86 health left, so it would have downed me because I'm not raging.
The dragon hovers there in mid-air, looking down at the carnage it has wrought. A sinister crystalline grin upon its lips. As that's going to be the dragon's turn. As
Yeah.
well, let's I love to do the rerolls at the end of their turns. Give you guys a chance to know if you're fucked next session or next. Okay,
didn't
so
this then.
no breath next round. Are you lucky?
Alvina's
Alvina, it's your turn.
Alvina's going to do what she was already planning anyway. She is going to basically vault here, because the door's here, right?
Yes.
To the front storage room. I'm going to kick open that door.
You do so.
I don't see anything inside, do I?
No, it is pitch black, and there are just several towers of containers scattered throughout the storage room.
Sweet. I am going to molten smash the entire room.
Yeah, fair enough.
And she just raises the hammer in the left hand. It glows. Hammer down! Bang!
Strength save, I believe. He had a plus
Yep,
three.
DC 20.
Did I give him save? No, he doesn't have proficiency in that. That's
That was
fine.
a very low damage roll as well.
That's a 12.
Yep.
Dream
20,
Slam's
Doesn't
gonna
quite
take
meet
that.
the 20.
27 damage. He is resistant to fire, I believe, right?
He is resistant to fire.
But he also
Part of his
gets...
Slad ancestry.
But he does get slammed into the wall because it pushes him back.
Let's have a look here. So if he takes
So it'd
half
be
the
what, 18?
fire, you're gonna take the 8 from the fire. Oh, no, not that. Taking 8 from his armor for some reason. And that's 10 bludgeoning.
Yeah, that works too.
Yep.
All right, and so that's 18. He is technically concentrating. So let's go ahead and give him a cons check. 18, so it's a DC 10.
Yeah,
Okay, so he still makes it.
Oh,
Cool. He is still conscious, though.
The entire room is just thrown about and put ablaze. There's anything flammable in that room, it just lights up. The room is now illuminated. You still unfortunately do not see him though.
Mm-hmm. Do I see a slide-shaped dent in one wall where he's just peeling himself out?
I take it nothing comes out of what used to be the doorway up the stairs.
No, you do not.
But I am basically going to step inside, but still like, basically actually the door's here, so I'll be like here. I'm blocking the door very obviously, basically. And
we then go.
Oh, one sec. I've got the last thing I can do because that was my action. So I can't see him, so I'm just going to once again just explosive rage. Yeah. So in case he tries to like stab me on the way out or push me or anything, he has a harder time of it. And I'm in cover from the dragon.
But your best friend?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. The point. It is your turn, and I believe you're unconscious from dragon. Roll me a death save.
Do it. Do it.
Just muting myself, unmuting myself.
Nat 20. Nat
Where
20.
the death save button is.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
Oh, god damn it. So, I mean, it's a virtual dice, so it does nothing.
No.
It bounced off an actual 20.
9.
Ah.
Unfortunately, you are unconscious. It is now Morph's turn, and Morph is going to begin drawing on the actual tablet, and seems to be drawing what appears to be a spear. As he taps it, a very crude crayon-drawn spear, or I guess chalk-drawn spear, since he's using chalk now.
Mm-hmm.
Chalk-drawn spear emerges in his hand, and he pushes it towards Fukyu and points up at the cloud.
Okay.
He then mimics throwing the spear at the cloud.
Yeah.
Where's the cloud?
Just attack the cloud is what I've got.
It's illuminating light. It's not technically a cloud.
Yeah.
All hell the glow cloud.
But that is Morph's turn to create a dream-crafted spear.
It's a flying blob.
Lord Grim, it is your turn, and you just watched the entire top deck of the ship be just destroyed by a line of laser, and can see a massive just trench carved into the top of the ship, to the point where if you look over, you can actually see into the layer beneath. What would you like to do? Lou Grim.
I would show my surprise and shock at what just happened. And the devastation that was caused.
You do so. It's very shocking.
And think how pissed Zormir is going to be.
Would you like to do anything for your turn?
Yes, I would head downstairs and cast the invisibility. And
just into the room that Alvina's standing in, because she's not down the stairs.
It's technically just here.
What's that?
It's just here you want to go.
It's this storage
room.
Not
downstairs.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was actually downstairs.
Yeah. I've stepped 5 feet into the room, so you can be just directly behind me, essentially, because I'm just blocking the door.
Cast the invisibility, because I would have presumably seen him disappear.
You'd cast it on Alvina as well.
You just saw Alvina walk into a room and just nuke it.
Yeah,
so you can probably figure out it's in there.
Invisible. I presume I would have seen him just disappear.
You glance into the room with your all-seeing eyes now. You can see figure 1 hunched behind several partially destroyed crates, looking pretty bad. Another larger chunk of his suit and helmet have been burned away. You can see embers still at the edges of his outfit, as he is frantically just kind of huddled there trying to tap on his digital screen.
Did you cast it on me as well, by the way, Lou, or just on you?
Can I cast it on other people?
I believe it's on 2 people if you upcast it.
Double check to see if it's like a touch or just a self spell.
It says self.
Right. It is just a self
spell. Is it just self? Fair enough.
But you can point Alvina in the right direction. I believe that's an action to cast, and you now know the location of figure 1 as they look up at you with panic in their eyes, realizing you're staring right at them.
I would do it telepathically to Alvina so as not to alert figure 1.
I think he's already alerted. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's got pretty good insight. He felt the shiver of you staring at him.
Fair enough.
He's on your in me left hand corner, basically.
Luke Grimm, is that your turn?
Mhm.
Do you
Thanks.
have a bonus action?
Thanks,
I see.
Luke.
No,
Holds
I
up his
don't. I was just checking
wobbling
that.
hand. You can almost sense the fear in his shaking body now. This was not an assignment he was expecting.
I would also
2 days from
be
retirement, damn it.
staring intensely at him.
Thanks, Luke.
Trigger 1 looks up at you.
Lou's is looking very pissed off at him.
In deep speech, kind of just holding the tablet like just slightly out from his face to the side, with his fingers poised to press it. He looks up at you and in a frog is our loyal. Stares over at Lou. This is your final chance. The tablet translates into a machine-like common. There's a slight dissociation. Obviously, the machine isn't translating his emotion, so you're having to kind of almost pick up the words after the emotion has already been said. Come
Is your
peacefully,
last chance. Come peacefully.
or I'll be forced to
Never.
enact the final emergency backup plan. Don't make me do this.
What? You're going to kill yourself? Good.
Cyanide pill.
Saves us something.
I'm going to do the equivalent, yes.
No, that's way
There's
more
no
fun.
time to walk away from this. You know what you've done is wrong. Just come peacefully. Take your time in court. Just serve your prison sentence.
Don't make me feel bad for evil Kermit.
No, it's way more
What
fun
I've
if I
done
get to
is
kill
right.
you. It's way more fun if I get to kill you.
Can't feel bad for evil Kermit. You're unconscious.
Yeah, you don't feel bad for him. Okay, you're out cold.
You don't know what's
True,
happening.
I'm unconscious and on the other side of
I
the
also
ship.
love the concept, by the way. The point literally woke up, looked out the door, and got hit by the sun. Essentially.
Pretty much, yeah.
Are you going to surrender?
Never.
I'm about to break so many ethical laws.
You care about ethics?
Wow,
You're the
Luke.
criminal here.
You're the
I'm
criminal.
law enforcement.
You're they're the police, Lou, technically.
I did
Who's
wonder what
pissed?
sort of sick and twisted mind would have to go against the Senate. Now
You-
I know. And
Is
it's
this-
even more disturbing than I had thought possible.
Is this all getting translated, by the way?
Yes, just the
I
machine.
presume
Just...
so, yeah.
I mean, it's just gonna go. You realize you work for a giant squid that devours people, right? You have no room to talk.
What are you talking about?
I know who your boss is.
Maybe in the whatever world you come from. But here, President Control is a respected member of the political elite.
Yeah, he's a politician, so he's a
Here,
giant squid
he
monster that
is
eats
worse.
people. That's all politicians.
Trust me.
Have you
when
met
I
a
say
politician before?
He is worse here.
As Figure 1 boops the screen and commits
Second.
possibly the greatest ethical conundrum he's ever had to do. As outside on the rest of the ship, Zormir, you feel the light pulsing around you, the illumination shifting once more. Fuki, you can see the light above you begin to flicker.
Mhm.
As Zormir, your mind is split once more, but this time into a third perspective. As you feel the world suddenly expand around you. As you are no longer just looking through your own eyes, but you're looking through what appears to be almost some sort of strangely telescopic vision. The world is kind of squeezed in a panorama view, kind of spreading around you as you're looking down on the ship from maybe half a mile away. But even at this distance, even though the ship is so small in comparison to your vision, you can make out every detail in a way you have never been able to perceive of before. You know every inch of this ship. You built this ship. You had a hand in every decision, every component. But as you look down on the ship now, you see details that even you have never known before. Every scratch, every inch, every single pockmark on this ship screams out at you in pure high definition.
HD.
Yay, Zomir's become a god.
As fuck you glance behind you as suddenly a soft red glow washes over the ship, and you peer up at a giant tower with the eye of Elder Control looking down on you. You feel your spine shiver in the presence of pure, malicious evil. As Figure 1 seems to have summoned a mockery of President Control from Lou's dream.
He summons an old god.
He summons a inferior version of President Control. That's blasphemy. But I don't have an image for this, so we're just gonna draw a nice little picture over here. Oh yeah, look at this image. Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
There it is.
Oh no, Morph has drawn President Control.
Oh, I was gonna send
That's
you one if you didn't have one.
drawing.
Look at that beautiful eye.
Yeah. Be kind of careful how you're drawing that.
What are you talking about? It just looks like a mountain and nothing else. Right, everyone? Right, everyone watching?
I see nothing.
Yeah, it's
It's Obi-Wan. Yeah, he has the high ground.
Look, you can't blame me. Lou Grimm did this depiction, not me.
Yeah, Lou.
If anyone out there has any problems with how this is drawn, please contact Lou Grimm, the cult leader.
The character, yeah. Go find Lou Grimm at
Okay.
twitch.tv/DragonBob.
I don't think copyright's
No.
heading out here.
A Dragon Bob.
It's fine. Well, I know how to solve this. Look at this. Where's my hat? Okay.
Yeah, see, that's better.
Much better, yeah.
All right. As you all look up at a giant cat eyeball in the sky.
It's the
Oh,
cat
no.
overlord.
Elder Control is a
It
fairy.
is now canonical. An Elder Control's eye is
nothing
the cat
human.
eye.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say. Hey, Chris, if you look what I just sent you. Appropriate.
What do you send me? Oh yeah, beautiful. There we go. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, they've deleted all our quirks. We're in trouble.
No, not that one. I've sent him. I've PM'd it. That's a PM message. If Elder Crow ever shows up again, you'll see what it is, possibly.
But with that, it is now. I still need to add him to the initiative order. I need. Here you go. You
You're using it just
Generic person number one.
Yeah,
generic person number
He's
one.
morphed in there.
Wait, does this not count as? How can I add you to the initiative?
I think you might need to give it a name.
No, it should have one, but it just
okay.
isn't showing up properly, essentially.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want the actual image. I want to. You know what? Here.
You just... Yeah!
Hey.
The Gwentmobile is attacking again!
The Gwent-mobile rides again.
Oh, you know what? No, I think I figured out what I want. I kept accidentally putting it on the damn map player. I'm an idiot. There we go.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, it wasn't counting as a creature.
Yep. Very strange. Very strange. This is now Elder Control. I don't know what you mean. what? Oh god, I don't think I have a stat block for Elder Control. We never got there in any of the campaigns.
Yeah, we got the only one that Elder Crow showed up in. He was environmental hazard, I think. In
He's got his badge of office.
Oh no, I actually do have a stat block for his avatar. Okay, that's gonna have to do.
Hey.
Luckily for you guys, this isn't actually the full power of Elder Control. This is nothing but a weak avatar version of Elder Control.
I was going to say James had a stat block for Elder Control for his like.
I don't think it was actually a full stat block. I think it was environmental hazards with a hit point
right.
bar.
No, James would have been using the avatar one that I did in campaign 1 when they found just one of his like. The way the gods work is they split themselves into avatars to spread themselves out to do battle.
Right.
Because remember, the main boss in the other encounter was me. In that.
Yes.
Elder Control with his official badge of the Wentmobile.
Okay, so Dex, because he's a fucking emotion now. Has -5 Dex for those interested.
He's got -2.
Yeah, so the initiative is -2 because Elder Control doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
It's a giant eye. What were you expecting? And Morph hands another spear made of Dreamcraft chalk to Fukyu.
Mm-hmm.
You now have 2 spears. Fukyu, it's your turn. What would you like to do before we get to negative? I'm going to assume -2 doesn't happen till next round for
Yeah, it skips
him a
the
round to
first
warm up.
round. It skips the first round. He rolled so low.
I mean, fuck you is gonna like look at the spear, look at the cloud, and go, "Yeah, I'm gonna be crap at this." Runs to the edge of the ship with the spears in hand, and just lob them.
All right,
I'm assuming they use this. Do they use the same stats as normal spears, or
They do. What's the range of the spear?
2060.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's 80 feet above you. It is just outside of the spear's range.
Okay, then he's gonna he's gonna probably throw the first one.
It's
not
hard to
realising.
gauge, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lack of reference points around here.
Yeah, so he's gonna throw the first one. Completely miss.
It comes back down at you.
Yeah.
You throw it straight up, it comes back down.
He's then gonna hold up the other one and go, "Zombie!"
I'm guessing I hear it 3 times. Or do I hear it only in one place?
I think you're only seeing 3 times.
You would hear it in 2 places because they're not in your dreamscape, but you would hear it via like your normal Zormir vision as well as Elder Control vision. Not only do you hear it, you hear every octave of the voice. You break it down into just every muscle movement of the vocal cords. You understand every detail of this voice. You gleam insights into Fukyu you've never been able to conceive of.
Fuck's sake, Zombie's a vocal coach now.
But yeah, fuck you's essentially holding the spear above his head for like hopefully Zormir will swoop down and grab it and do his shit.
That's fair, you do so. Zormir, it is your turn. You can perceive of everything now. Every detail, every minuscule, anything you've ever wanted to see in the world. What would you like to do?
Since I thought this actually makes a bit sense in the flavor of things. Since there's 3 of us, I'd like one of the other ones to hold another spell of mine on me.
Well, there's 2 of you in Elder Control. You aren't controlling Elder Control. You're just seeing what they're seeing.
I'm gonna use the one who's on the crime scene, and he's gonna cast Enhanced Ability on me for intelligence.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'll allow this.
Would that be an action from me or an action from them?
An action from them. I only have 2 actions. I'm a generous DM. This is cool.
Power of 2 minds here. Quite invigorating. Let's see. Can we figure this out? How can we control this situation? I'm gonna try and use an intelligence check to try and figure out if I can morph this cloud to, well, gain control over this, whatever this is?
Oh, interesting. Do. You're wanting to control the cloud.
Yes.
I've just
Okay.
thought of something hysterical to do, by the way.
Give me a charisma check first,
Right. Charisma check first.
and then we'll do the intelligence.
See, when I leveled up, when I was looking at what spells to take, I was actually thinking of Gust.
Uh,
Just blow that cloud away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
11.
But
You
I
can
never
feel
took it.
a piqued interest from the dream-like elder control. They're fascinated by this concept of controlling the cloud. What a delicious proposition.
What a surprise.
Oh, by
It
the
really
way,
seems to align with their personal traits.
Yep.
I know this is not how the ability works, but it'd be very convenient right now if someone had the spell Cloud Kill. With the full knowledge, that's not how it works. But
Right.
But elder control is willing. You hear a voice inside your head.
Mm-hmm.
The sound of cold steel shackles encasing your wrists and hands, the image of suffocation, of a burden weighing down on your shoulders, all echoing in your mind. I can help you, you know. It's control you seek. It's control I can give you.
Shit, who are you?
I am the one older than time, the one cast aside by the tyrants divine, the one who first gave annoyed kind the ability to warp their environment, the idea of self, the idea of personhood. I am the control in the chaos, and I can help you. If you would like.
Huh? Why isn't the version of Elder Control in here? I'm guessing I'm sensing it through the third person that lit. Or
You are.
something.
The eye sweeps towards you, and you can see yourself through the particles of light. Only they're not particles of light now that you have such high definition vision. They're small prisms of ethereal energy. Almost an ethereal ectoplasm. A semi-crystalline structure to them. You can see, as you break down the worlds around you, you can see the very elemental atoms making up everything around you. You can see yourself, truly see yourself in every minuscule detail, every pore, every dent upon the armor, every speck of rust.
Thanks for the details. I could use this.
But do you accept Elder Control's help? He is willing to give you a gift of a boon if you accept. Or you can attempt to make your intelligence check with your own abilities.
I'm going to use an intelligence check of my own abilities.
yeah.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check to see if you can discern the nature and operations of this blue echoing light.
No warlocks or mares today, everybody.
No warlocks or mirrors today.
Investigation.
Just a straight intelligence check. With advantage because of the enhanced ability.
Right.
Does enhanced ability give you advantage on intelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what that does. I assumed as such.
Enhance ability, it's what? It's Owl's intelligence or something like that?
Yeah, it just gives you advantage on whatever you pick, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to bump that with another 3 of
Flash.
flash.
Bring it up to 21.
Yep.
You glean some useful insights from the cloud around you. The fact that it flutters at every perceived creation of the dream, it definitely seems to be powering this whole affair. You're not entirely sure of the nature of how it's doing what it is, but you are able to make some very basic correlations that the cloud is somehow powering the dream spheres around you.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, as you kind of reach out with your hands and you can feel the tingling all over your body and the split minds around you, it's not entirely clear how to turn it off. It's not a machine of any variety. There's no off switch. You don't even really understand how is it working with itself. It appears to just be isolated particles floating in air, almost like a gas of some kind. Maybe you could try dispersing it, but it does seem to, with the kind of tingling of your arm, there appears to be some sort of force almost holding it together. There's an elasticity to it, so a simple dispersion of wind wouldn't quite work as it would with an actual cloud. But it's kind of similar to, I guess, more spaced out water. It has the same velocity, viscosity?
Viscosity.
That word of water. So maybe if you tried kind of
Very
scooping and
viscous.
containing some of it, maybe you could then move it, almost bucket it away. But you need to experiment with that.
Would that be an action, or would that still?
I'll say you can do one minor thing as an action if you want to like try and do something. Oh, so and how thinking should work.
Right. I'm gonna do that.
What is that? Lightning bolt?
Yep, I'm gonna just disperse lightning through the thing, and I'm gonna use my destiny to try and connect the electrical charge for the cloud.
Hold off on your destiny. Unfortunately, this is a little bit too outside the realms of what the destiny point can do. As your lightning races through the cloud, you see that it doesn't seem to be interacting with whatever static charge is holding the cloud together. Whenever it hits contact with the ectoplasm blob floating in the air, it definitely displaces it, but doesn't actually seem to destroy or damage it. It almost kind of bounces and reflects off it, or kind of just pushes it out of the way before it kind of returns to its original position. Unfortunately, your damage doesn't seem to have damaged the cloud.
Mm.
There's something you're missing. Something that a 21 just doesn't quite tell you about the fundamental nature of this phenomenon you've never come across before.
I think I've clicked it hilariously enough, and I think I can click it with Alvina and stupidity's sake because of the plan I'm gonna try.
But Zormir, is that your turn?
Yep. Oh,
You hear a final whisper in your voice. You lack the control to save your friends.
oh, shut up.
But it's now the Amethyst Dragon's turn, and it's quite enjoying this whole like aerial just picking you off. So it's gonna continue its flight and kind of swoop below the ship while it recharges its breath. Because at this point, I just want to use the dragon's breath.
I mean, yeah, it killed the point possibly.
Oh, luckily for you guys, it hasn't got its breath back. But Alvina,
Still
it
got
is
2
your
death
turn.
Okay,
I mean, Fuck You hasn't gone down onto the main deck yet, so he hasn't realised that the
the
door's
point
open.
got shot through the
Point
door.
got shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Alvina is going to walk over to where she is aware that Kermit the Frog is.
And
And
calling this guy Kermit.
Yeah.
I'm going to update my notes. This is now a permanent name.
Kermit. And she is going to reckless attack into the corner because she is once again raging and he's invisible anyway, so she gets disadvantage. So
I mean, you can reckless without raging.
that's what I'm doing. No, I'm doing what's it called, rage, explosive rage. So all my attacks are at disadvantage anyway. So
Right.
I'm going reckless to neutralize the whole thing.
Yeah, it would be a flat roll. Go for it.
Yeah. Crit.
Oh, damn.
And also that is 1 moment. Roll 2d8 because of the reckless rage, the burning rage's ability, and 4d6. And a 17 additional damage because that was a very, very low crit. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Actually, that's not weapon damage die, is it? Actually, GM, call.
Yeah.
I have brutal critical. Would that count for the extra damage from the burning rage ability?
It would apply for a normal crit, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay, so I draw one more die again for each, so roll 1d8 plus 2d6.
With the pro.
A lot of damage.
Right, so even with his regen, he's only back up to 37 health, so he's down. He's done.
Cool. And with that one, can I have it so that I get... I'll use a destiny if this is required, but I want to get the his arms off so his tablet thing isn't dissipated when he blinks out, if he is going to blink out.
Well, unfortunately, that's not how game characters die.
Fair?
So, per the rules of the dreamscape,
Yeah.
he becomes pixelated as he reaches 0 hit points. Because you're also not even sure if he's dying,
Yeah.
or like if he's actually teleporting or just leaving the matrix.
Fair. I was basically going to try and get the item out of his hands if it would stay.
Unfortunately, not anything of his items also depixelates per the rules of it's equipped
Depixelation.
as a child node of his.
Yeah, it's fair enough. But worth a try. I guess I can't summon my laser gun into this world with his little tablet.
But he pixelates and bursts with a final. I guess I'll give him a final death throw saying of as he looks up and in deep speech, whispers to you. Unfortunately, he evaporates before his tablet can translate.
Ah, well, I'm sure that was an insult. And I just walk out the door, go, uh-huh. Right,
You see a giant eye of control.
that wasn't there before. Do I have anything I can throw?
But is that your turn?
I don't know, do
or-
you?
I don't know, man. He's like half a mile away.
I mean, what would you like to throw?
Like, this is a mountain-sized eye.
You've
Yeah,
got
I
you
don't
can
mean
prob-
like people this time.
Yeah, I don't think I have any javelins because my ranged weapon's a longbow, but I can only store and draw one weapon, and a longbow's a two-hander, so I can't.
Yeah, but I was thinking of like improvised weapons.
Or can I just
Oh.
store one of my swords, rip a chunk of wood off of the ship, and just pitch it at the cloud?
I mean,
Another
it would.
card? Yeah, sure.
It would go by normal throwing range, so that would still be 20-60.
Yeah, you do so. It doesn't reach, but you
Yeah.
throw it. It's great.
Yeah, that's my other attack.
Great,
basically.
you've
It's
damaged more of the dream
just
ship.
rip,
Pretty
throw.
good.
I'm
Actually falling
assuming.
apart.
I'm assuming the dream ship isn't real.
I hope so.
Who
I'm
knows?
hoping. Well, otherwise the freaking molten smash, which creates a fissure, would have done more than any other the damage I could do. So I'm just gonna hope.
But it's now Morph's turn, and Morph is actually going to hop down, because he doesn't care about the laws of gravity. He's a 2D shadow shape.
He just
And
sort
it's
of,
gonna,
slides down then.
Kind of just look over the point, and is gonna take the little chalk.
Draw an outline.
Draw some herbs.
Just calling it now. Mort's calling it now.
If this means I die, I am fine with it.
He's not gonna take the chalk. He's gonna take one of the crayons. He takes the red crayon. He only uses the chalk for the chalkboard, and is gonna draw a little red heart above your head
You get one up.
as you regain 1 hit point. He has drawn life into you.
That's really powerful. Mort, nice.
I mean, it would have been funny if they just drew a chalk outline, but
Yeah.
It would. So tempted, but
I was like, well, I might
Maybe
change.
it's also the fact that like I brought Point into this dream and immediately taken it away.
Got
It
one
feels cruel
shot.
to kill him.
Over in a
one.
dream, boom.
Point
fuck.
shows up, dies.
I'd probably flicker a bit with my plain dwarf form as I wake up.
You're aware, Point,
Where am
in
I?
your dreams. In your dreams, you're aware.
You look up at this 2D shadow cutout piece of paper, or this black like just 2D shape, like just staring down at you.
Are
Hi.
you trying to kill us?
It wobbles its head back and forth in what can only presume to be a shake of the head in its paper-like form.
Good. Thank you then. What's going on?
What happened? Point's going, what happened?
You just write, you don't
Where's
wanna
the
know.
dragon? I saw a dragon.
Orf steps back and kind of just shrugs.
Or
The
did
Point,
you see a dragon?
you are now conscious, but still prone. What would you like to do?
I've just realised Merida has hit points, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, Merida absolutely got
He just destroyed.
destroyed. So I'll probably
Merida.
look at the remains of Merida.
I don't think there is. It's a laser. It's
yeah.
just been erased.
Look at the pile of molten slag where Merida once was.
There's just like a crack running along the upper deck that actually looks in. So it's like half of Merida's just dropped down into the cargo hold beneath.
Look down, kind of go, I'll be back for you soon. And
You can mold that molten lava into a new Merida.
yeah,
Smelt it.
What does this Elder Control do?
I'll step out into here, look up at Elder Control, and just go, huh.
Yeah, I love that you pointed off his reaction is, ha!
So, I'd like to try something that is technically beyond the rules, but let me argue it. Elder Control is a massive eye that sees all the details, right?
Yes.
Hypnotic pattern, even though he's out of range.
Ah,
Like,
I dig it.
I need a
certainly
wisdom
dig it.
saving throw, probably immediately pass, but you know.
39.
Wow.
Easy
Only
pass.
just.
Nothing
So you were
happens.
unlucky there.
You're rolling hot
And I-
today as well. Like the
I
modifier
put
passes
it far
on.
enough.
Like
I
the
put it far enough away that no one else gets impacted by it.
I love that the modifier is enough for it on its own, but you still rolled a 19. Damn.
You know what's
Christ.
funny? Elder Control has a telepathy of 5 miles.
Actually, could have, but thought it would have been longer.
Well, to be fair, it's just the avatar,
Yeah, I
like, killable
suppose.
version.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's.
Yeah. So the weak version of Elder Control has a
Well, I imagine.
Yeah,
I imagine the actual Elder Control is like plane of existence.
this. Seeing that failed,
I mean, it's the presidency, so you know.
I'm just gonna go
Under
back
his
inside.
jurisdiction only.
just nope.
You know what? Not worth
I
it.
tried.
Yep. I'll keep the door
I'll
open
be in my
just in
room.
case more wants to come in, but
Alvina's thought of something really stupid that she wants to
That's
try.
Lou Grimm, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Hey, look, it's your boss.
Ex-boss.
depends on who you ask.
Lewid replies like, soon to be former boss.
Lou Grimm, you feel the steel of cold chains in your mind. It's not too late to repent.
I take half a step
My-
away from Lou.
Yeah, Ravina, where are you going?
You could save your friends with my help. All you need is a little bit of control of the situation. You know I'm good for my word, unlike some ungrateful warlocks.
Unlike you ungrateful bastard.
Let me ask you, this
Like,
Elder
I don't
Control
know
is
any
more
other
sexy in your
warlocks.
dreams than it ever
What are
was
you
in real
talking
life.
about?
He's taking a bit of your personality.
I mean, it's his dream like version of him, right? So
Yeah.
it's technically Lou's own brain.
This is how Lou perceives of Elder Control, much sassier than he ever actually is.
It's like
Yeah,
the
of course it's amplified.
it's like the Amethyst Dragons
It's
are
more
freaking.
powerful.
It's like the Amethyst Dragon that we've got is a fucking little shit that keeps just popping up, nuking us, and leaving. It's like got a bit of Alvina's gremlin personality.
What do you say, you ungrateful little shit? You want me to help you out once more for old time's sake?
I'm good, thanks.
So ungrateful.
Once I
Go on,
was
then, let's
grateful,
see
but
how you fuck this one up then. Go on. Look, Grimace, your turn. What would you like to
probably
do?
won't work. But I'm gonna cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
On Elder
On.
Control.
Yeah.
Now,
I think
so
you're
no,
a bit out of
yeah,
range.
Remember
Is
saying it was half a mile away because it's a bloody mountain.
Half a
It's
mile. I didn't hear it was half a mile. Sorry.
2,640 feet away.
I think you're a little out of range, Lou. Not gonna lie.
I'll just
Even
need
with
to move
Sniper.
forward a bit.
Even with Sniper, I don't think
That's what
you
I'm saying.
hit.
I'll just need to move forward a bit.
I have such a stupid idea that Alvina's gonna try.
But yes, Lugrim, what would you like to do? There's a dragon roaming about underneath the ship. Some point gonna come up and nuke you all again. Your old boss staring down at you, probably about to do something horrible if he can see you. And a glowing blue light above you. What would you
How
like to
far
do?
did you say he was? Sorry.
Yes, away from
the
you.
dragon or the light?
Elder Control.
Too far.
2,640
yeah,
feet.
that's enough. That's enough.
It's plane of existence or nothing level spells, basically.
No.
It would take you multiple dimension doors just to get there.
It would take us about 100 rounds to get there.
It's probably also the DM probably also isn't expecting you to kill a elder god with oh god, this guy has 1,000 hit points. Whoa.
What's his AC? Out of curiosity, what's his AC? 30?
Yeah, it's 30.
Yeah.
This is a demigod version of Elder Control.
Yeah. Its stats are cranked.
There's probably a way to get out of the dream that does not require killing what is a tier 5 combat encounter.
Yeah. I got that from the dragon. I went, I don't think we have to kill it.
Well, I don't know. Chris is pretty ambitious enough. I've put that level of CR against a level 5 party before, and somehow they fucking won.
Oh yeah, it's the one of, it's possible that we could win, but I'm like, it's probably we're expected to do something else. I just thought it was kill figure 1, but he's dead and nothing happened. So...
Yeah, he seemed to only be summoning the things into this world. His existence doesn't seem to be contingent on existing, maintaining the dream simulation.
Yeah. That was step 1. Step 2, I'm gonna do something really dumb, which might work.
Yeah, I've got 5 gallons of water and a plan.
Off the initial order.
I have a overactive imagination and stupidity and a plan. So we'll see
but
what
to be fair, you aren't currently in any immediate danger other than whatever Elder Control's about to do. So you can just like dodge or take your time to think about stuff, and we'll come back to you.
I'm going to
piss him off, Lou, so he doesn't shoot the rest of us. So he doesn't kill the rest of us, and he only kills you.
Oh yeah. Thanks for that.
You're
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb on the clouds.
You do so. Now, what damage would you like?
I shall go for. I would have seen what Zormir's lightning did or didn't do.
did nothing.
You would have, yes.
So I would
Can you do
go for
radiant?
thunder.
Ooh, thunder. Actually, yeah, we don't know because the shatter. We don't know if the shatter did anything, do we? So maybe.
It doesn't look like it did. It did the same that the lightning did. There isn't any clear indication of the cloud getting weaker because it's not like it bleeds.
Yeah.
How do you tell if water is damaged?
It's ice now, I guess.
You know?
Actually, no. I'll use cold damage.
Oh, that's not a bad shout.
As you cast your cold damage,
At 4th level as well.
all right, roll for damage. As you cast your cold damage into the cloud,
Fuck.
you watch as the ectoplasm doesn't seem to freeze. It doesn't seem to
Knew
actually
it.
be water.
I have an idea.
It seems to be immune to your 34 cold damage, just like it was with the lightning and the thunder.
I have an
should be able to
idea.
Reroll that.
I don't think that it's. I think it's completely immune to it.
Yeah,
I've
the
got-
damage type is irrelevant, or the damage amount is irrelevant.
I've got an idea. Yeah, I think I've clicked what Morph was meaning. I think.
But as we go to Morph, Morph hands kind of just holds out another like chalk drawn spear to Alvina and Lou.
I pass it to Lou and go, Lou, try this. I've got an idea. I think I'll go. Alvina
Luke
goes,
would look at it slightly confused.
Alvina's gone to Morph. I think I've got what you're saying. Does it have to be from the chalkboard, or is it just in here? And she taps the side of her head.
Morph tilts their head at you in confusion. It doesn't seem to understand what you're saying.
Fair enough. Alvin is stupid and probably couldn't transmit it well enough because I don't think I can. So look, I'm gonna try something. If it doesn't work, we'll go with make a javelin, and I just I point at spit and then just go smaller.
Morph nods enthusiastically and begins drawing on his next turn.
Yeah. Javelins have longer range, so that's my main.
Oh shit! Is that? Are we finally at the old boy? Oh, I think we are.
We are at Elder Control.
Ooh, okay. As suddenly the combat slows down.
Javelins have got the same range as spears. I looked at that.
I thought there was 60, 120.
Don't believe so. Let me double check.
Oh, you double check that. As the world goes into slow motion, as each
30, 120.
player
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
hears a voice in their head. Hello. You are listening to Elder Control now. I've come to each of you, and each of you are receiving the same communication with a game. A game in which if you refuse to play, you automatically forfeit and become the victim. Here are the rules. Each of you must select one player to be the victim. Whichever player is voted the highest becomes the victim. Refusal to play means that each individual that refuses becomes the victim. And this is not, let's just say, to encourage participation. It's not something you want to fail. Now, shall we play the game of control?
Okay.
Alvina, each of your selections will be private. Please message the DM.
I was about to say,
Your
yeah,
choice.
I was going to message you. I was going to message you it.
But yes,
Yeah, but
as
see when it
Elder
becomes
Control
unanimous, you're like, you bastards.
has given each of the players a telepathy communication individual for them, and would like to receive back an answer. Either you can choose not to play, in which case you are voting for yourself, effectively.
Ah!
Or you can pick another member of the party to receive whatever victimhood Elder Control is about to give on to them. For the games and mechanics, DM your message your DM. Fuck's sake, all of you.
I just want to say my one. Just want to put out my one is that. I just had to preface my one.
Nope, yep.
Yep.
Mechanics of the game, message your DM of what you like telepathy back Elder Control, since nobody else can technically hear your thoughts, and it's more fun if none of you know
Yeah.
who gets picked or
I'm about to
why
say
they get picked.
it stops bias as well for like, oh, I've picked this person. Well, I'm gonna vote you back, you
And I want you to really like think about who your character would pick.
Yeah.
This is a cool little roleplay opportunity.
Yep. Who's your least favorite party member, everybody?
That's what I'm saying. When it becomes unanimous,
Yep.
the person's like, "You bastards."
I think it's a cool introduction to even what the older, like less powerful Elder Control is all about.
I kind of like
The
that.
insidious bastard that he is.
Yeah, I like this one. This is a fun game. I like it.
I'm just thinking, who would fuck you make the victim?
That's a very good. There's arguments for everyone.
First.
Yeah.
There's arguments for all of them.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who everyone else would pick.
I've already voted.
I vote immediately. Alvina has an obvious choice.
I did my part.
Fuck he's voted.
I know who I should have voted for. Oh.
No,
The votes are in. Oh, where'd that go? Get back here.
Just read out the number of votes per person. Don't actually read out like who did what.
I'm just gonna announce who has the highest. You don't get to know who's second highest and third highest. There's no. You can't do some mathematical wizardry to figure out what. But each of you hears a voice in your head. Again, that sound of cold steel against flesh. The party has chosen. A wise decision, I feel. As to most of the party, you feel nothing. Nothing happens. Nothing changes, except one member of the party. One member of the party, I need to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
And that person is Lou Grimm.
Really? Ooh.
There's a surprise. Intelligence, you said.
Intelligence saving throw. Although to be fair, I actually don't think you can make it. The Wolves is DC again.
21.
I've got a feeling it might be better.
Well, maybe. No, I mean, you can't make it, but somebody might. It's a DC 28.
You've also got. Don't
Oh.
forget, you've got the hero die.
What is that,
Yeah.
D8?
A D8, yeah. If you roll a 7 or 8, you can pass.
There's a chance you can pass. That's hilarious. Roll would you like to use it?
Roll a D. Yes, I
1d8. Yeah, might as well. No,
3.
Ah.
Not a bad shout, but I don't think you've got anything that can do it.
You've
Do you have? I don't think you've got enough sorcery points. Because if you had enough sorcery points, there's the thing. But I think it's only a D4, right?
yeah, and you
Which
don't
means you'd
have
be
your...
off by 1 on max.
Because it'd be funny. Could I have Tides of Chaos that?
But the GM gets a free wild magic.
He's already got a free wild
He's got like
magic going.
3.
Here, what does that mean?
I get advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or save. Before you regain use of this feature, the DM can have you roll on the wild magic search table after you cast the first level or higher spell. You then regain the use of this feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, really bad at actually using that. It's because you don't cast that many leveled spells. I need you to start calling it when you're casting a leveled spell. So I
Yeah, you
actually
usually
remember.
do cantrips.
Yeah, still doing cantrips. You have spell slots.
Actually, he
Use
did
them.
a see invisibility earlier. That would have been one.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you can actually make the save, so you can do it for flavor wise, but unfortunately,
you only
do
get to
fail.
You only get to 27, even if you re-roll and get a nat 20.
Ooh. Now, they can actually shorten the casting time and just do this instantly. So let's see here. You know, hilariously, I don't think this actually required, well, for the instant version, it required a save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, it's just 6. Oh, interesting. Okay, Lugrim, I'm going to make you decide which one of these effects you get. So roll me a d6.
D6. 4.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. As suddenly, Lou Grim vanishes. The rest of the
I'm
party
safe.
see nothing
I see Lou has vanished with the spear. Shit.
with the spear. Gone. Lou Grim, you suddenly find yourself transported to a nightmare realm. A tiny demi-plane warded against travel. Luckily, you're in a dreamscape. You find yourself in a tower. Brick wall all around you, small cracks of light coming through. You can see steel bars running up the edges of the stone masonry, almost like a cage or a skeletal figure or a skeleton cage inside the stone. It's dark and cold, and you can see moss creeping and growing between the cracks in the stone. It's pitch black. You suddenly feel an overwhelming, deep suffocation inside your soul, as some part of you, for some reason, understands that you are imprisoned, that you will never escape this tower, that you will die here of old age.
At least you've got regular meals and water, though.
Yeah, thank goodness for small mercies.
You
3
see a
square
lifetime
meals.
ahead of you of eating moss and licking stone slime water.
Plenty of animals do that.
But for all intents and purposes, you are imprisoned in a tower where you will thingy out the remainder of your dream, unable to escape. Anyways, we move back to Fukyu's turn. Let's hope
Okay.
that isn't permanent. Fukyu, what would you like to do?
Let's hope that isn't.
Yeah, so Fucky's still holding up this spear for Zormir. Can't remember why Zormir didn't come grab it last time, but
He's too far away.
They were trying to understand what the cloud was actually doing.
right. Let's just see if I can do anything else.
But Zormir, you're up next as we begin to move slightly further through the table. We're at the effectively the countdown clock now.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do the dragon's turn in the background
It's
because it's just
trivia
gonna keep
murder
flying.
party.
Everyone else, think about what you'd like to do on your turn.
Yeah.
I already have an idea, and it's insane. Probably won't work anyway, but it's funny. If it does, I'll be very happy. If it doesn't, well, fuck.
I've got a stupid idea.
All right, go for it.
I wonder if it's the same
fuck
one that
you.
I've got.
Maybe. Fuck you is going to Dimension Door. About 400 foot above the cloud.
Okay.
All right,
You're
you
gonna
do so.
plunging attack the cloud.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like essentially like holding his spear up against his body and like essentially dive bombing the cloud with the spear.
As you teleport above the cloud 400 feet, you find yourself no longer anchored to gravity.
Just floating.
After all, you're in the dream sphere, or the dreamscape. There is no gravity here. You just hover there.
You need some.
About
You need
400
some mag.
foot up.
You need some mag boots like mine.
So you skipped
Start
the stage of
swimming
snap
in
back to reality.
Space.
Defy gravity. You went straight to defying
Yeah.
gravity.
What would you like to do?
Swimming
You're now just
motions to
hovering
get-
400 feet above the cloud.
Well, fuck you's out of combat now.
Yeah.
Dude,
Fuck
get
you's like-
back.
Shit. Fuck. Can't really do much else until his next turn.
Interesting enough, you don't seem to need to breathe. It makes kind of sense. The dreamscape is part of the ethereal realms.
Mm-hmm.
But as you hover there thinking about what to do, Zormir, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
What was your dice that you gave me as well?
D10.
Right.
Yeah, fuck uses D10.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try and figure this out again. And
You hear cold steel in your voice, in your
oh,
head.
shut up!
Silence.
Give
Cold.
If only you had control of the situation, maybe you could do something about it.
Hmm. And it's not gonna help there.
Tick tock. The game is nearly upon us. Once more.
Screw you! I'll take your damn game.
Immediately, game
Everybody
start.
vote me! Is what he shouts out loud. And
Oh, if he insists.
Zormir of other one.
Zormir of other one.
Other Zormir.
Zormir of the other one acknowledges you.
Shoot your gun up towards me.
Just kills you outright.
Zormir of the other world doesn't understand where you are. You're in the same space.
Alright.
You
Well, fire-
coexist.
Fire a gun.
In what direction?
Shoot
Any
me.
direction.
Just shoot, just fire.
They fire a gun in a random direction. It
Basically,
ricochets around the room.
I was trying to get him to fire in the cloud through him from the dream and me from this one.
Oh no, yes, I understood what you're trying to do. Unfortunately,
Doesn't work
the dream, the cloud doesn't exist in his reality.
Damn it.
You are not seeing in like
You're
a
on the
mirror
outside
dimension or
looking in.
anything. You are seeing just an entirely different plane.
Yeah.
I was hoping it'd crack the.
It was a good attempt, but unfortunately, it does not apply to the laws and rules I have written down here for the dreamscape.
Yeah, I don't think your gun can break through planes.
Yeah, it's also not technically planes; it's technically a dream sphere. I guess that could count as a plane,
sort of
like a demi-plane
yeah.
inside the dreamscape plane.
Yeah.
Like, planes get weird when you think about
They
worlds
really,
within worlds
really
within worlds.
do.
Zormir, would you like to do anything else?
I got an idea.
Mhm.
It's completely and utterly batshit stupid.
Oh, so is mine. Don't worry, bud. Mine might do
that's
genuinely
fine.
nothing.
I'm gonna take the thing, the piece of copper and arcanite that I've got in the thing in the device, and tell him it aim for there and try and activate the device to merge the two.
Basically,
So
you just
it
want
has-
to open a portal and shoot through it, right? Is the idea.
And have
Interesting.
would that I'm guessing that would require destiny. Is that feasible? An action?
You
'Cause he's
wanna
got a
open
second shot.
planar portal
And shoot through it.
from
So
the dream sphere into the dreamscape.
Mhm.
I'll allow it. That at least obeys the laws of I've got written down. It's going to require a destiny point because I'm pretty sure you don't have a planar portal spell. But we're going to handwave that and assume that your fancy tech somehow does that. Because, you know, it's a dream.
It's a
And
dream.
use
You
it-
built it.
You can't dream of having built a planar opening portal device. Where can you dream that?
I'm using what I have of the little device and amplifying it in my head to actually work. As
This will require an action on like the remaining attack effectively on your dream counterpart, so they will be out of action doing this.
Yeah.
But it does work as suddenly a rift begins to tear open inside the dream, inside the spectral light, and now your vision becomes even more disorienting as two Zormirs are able to see the other Zormir through the rift.
You know that point where you sit, like, look directly into the camera that you have currently got on, that you're getting the feed from?
And you are now simultaneously looking at your counterpart while in your counterpart's eyes looking back at yourself.
If you look very carefully, it's like that mirror thing where there's just infinite loops.
Who is doing the punching? The main Zormir?
well, he's firing. I'm basically opening the rift with the main Zormir.
He's pointing the rift at the portal.
So the beam of his gun comes out through and hits the cloud, basically.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression it was Dream Zormir that was doing this.
No, the opposite way around, so that
As you
he's-
attempt to do it the other way round, you realize that not Dream Zormir isn't able to twist the dreamscape as they can inside their dream and are unable to do this. But that Dream Zormir can do it and might have to wait till next round to fire.
I'll wait
Unfortunately,
till-
you have to be in the dream if you want to conjure up dream capades.
Okay, I'll wait till next turn to have them fire and try and damage the cloud through the dream.
But you do get the portal open, and that's a very important step that might actually allow you to do stuff. As Alvina, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So, Alvina is 1, stupid. 2, very shaky on the concept of how dreams work. But someone explaining it would probably have mentioned lucid dreams are a thing. Where if you acknowledge
Well,
that
we
you're...
don't know what lucid
Wait,
meant.
no, but it's like... But someone would have said, it's basically, if you know you're in a dream, you can control stuff in the dream. So what Alvina's
Yeah.
gonna do, she's gonna go, what if I just try this? And she's basically going to completely, like, as if you were in a lucid dream, just try and make above herself. But actually, no, let's make this funnier. Between her hands, just the bit. Basically, she's going to try and Kamehameha the thing with a giant laser of fire. Just full on dream try it.
As you concentrate really, really hard, you squeeze your muscles and your temples, and you really concentrate. As you open your eyes, you find your hands empty.
Damn, didn't work. Can't Kamehameha.
Fortunately not. It seems that the dreamscape does not quite count as lucid dreaming.
Darn. I'm just gonna give myself a pat down. Do I happen to have, like, a laser gun built into my armor like I had in the dream?
Hey, you got a little laser pistol.
I'm gonna try shooting it.
You do. The laser pistol ricochets through the glowing spectral light, but does seem no harm to it.
Fair.
Does seem no harm to it.
Does seem no harm. I know what you meant.
I'm losing basic graphical grammar. Alvina, is that your turn?
Yeah, she's basically gonna wait for Morph to hand her the spear, the javelin.
Good attempt, good concept, but just slightly off on the underlining mechanics that are playing in this session.
Yeah. I thought, oh wait a minute, does it have to be a dream damn weapon, like, to hurt it?
Maybe you'd have to be in a dream sphere to do such a thing, though.
That's my thought. But
Morph goes ahead and conjures up another Dreamcraft spear for you.
It's a javelin this time because I asked him to make it little.
Javelin for you.
Because
Once
javelins
being
can
told
actually
how a
make...
javelin looks.
I just basically went spear smaller.
Morph isn't entirely sure why you'd want a smaller version, but does so anyway.
Throws better.
The point. It is now your turn. What would you like to do?
So, I'm going to say the point has worked out. It's a dream by now. Just so I can try this.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like dream alchemy jug, water mode, over my own head. I'm going to try and wake myself up.
Interesting. You attempt so. You attempt to. You can definitely feel it. You can feel your vision shaking and the world around you shaking. But suddenly, as you begin kind of almost semi-waking up, there's almost a border of ethereal blue light around your vision, and you're snapped back into the dreamscape. It seems that something is preventing you from waking up.
Okay.
I've thought of something really stupid which might do it.
So I just yell, "Can't wake up! Wake me up inside!"
Why is this session
Save
just references?
Because it's a
It's just me.
dream! It's because it's a dream!
That was my big idea. Wake up and go wake up everyone else.
I'm not gonna lie. If you had managed to do that, just go and attack Alvina's inner room because of the sword wicks are up automatically.
Yeah. So
And
that's
gonna
also
be
how you
top-
get stabbed by Alvina.
That is also how you get cut in half by Alvina,
but
but it's a
see-
worthy sacrifice.
This is also a magical sword, so we have to really get down to the question of how well can the sword read your intent, and does it know you're bluffing unless you actually have a conviction to hurt Alvina, and would you actually have a conviction to hurt Alvina?
That's the one of, have a conviction to hurt Alvina, damn it!
I can't bring myself to be serious about it.
Yeah!
Yeah. So, yeah.
But the point, would you like to do anything else?
Would pouring water over my head use my action?
Does the alchemy jug require an action to use?
I think
I
it
don't
actually.
know.
I think it
I think it
requires an
might.
action to use. I'm not 100%, but I think it does.
In that case, next turn I'll cast fly and just fly into the cloud.
That is fair. You do that as we go down. We technically can come back to Lou, but that's just Lou in a little prison tower. Lou, you've been in your prison tower now for 10 years. Exactly. Chris,
That's what he's got on the TV. He's got his TV on in his cell
Could be
block.
No,
right
that was the stream.
I know. That's in your game though. It's in
Ah,
your
right,
in your
yeah,
prison
okay.
tower. You've got the TV on. You're watching the fight.
as we
years.
as we flash back to you in the prison,
You've not got very good signal.
from your perspective, because time works wibbly wobbly differently, you've been in this prison now for 10 years, sustaining yourself only on lichen, moss, and the slime water that seems to bleed through the stone when occasionally you can hear rain in the distance. You're incredibly withered and weak now, and you've had nothing but time to think. Anything you've tried to escape, you haven't been able to. Your magic doesn't seem to work inside this tower. Breaking the walls,
Anti-magic field.
attacking the wall only seems to leave you with bloody marks and scratched fists. It's been 10 years you've been trapped in here now. How is Lou feeling about this? How has Lou changed from this?
Obviously, looks like he's aged a good few years. Not necessarily 10 years.
Beard. You've got a big beard.
I got a dagger, so I could have cut it back a bit.
Did it ever occur to you that your friends never came to get you? How do you feel of that with that betrayal? Do you believe they just never tried, or do you
I
believe
know
something
it's been
stopped them?
10 years.
You've experienced every day of this 10 years. You've
Okay.
been at first you were leaving markings on the wall. At what point did you stop marking the years?
It's Lou. He might still be doing it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I've got an intelligence of 16.
Can I get that vibe?
This is up to Lou. This is your opportunity to flesh out Lou Grimm's character. What does doing 10 years in a tower do to you?
It would actually probably be counting for about a year.
And then after that point, your party members never came to get you. Why do you think that is? And why is the DM
Lou would,
insistent on doing these really, torturing the player sessions these days?
It's fine. Season 2, the torture season.
Lou would figure it's because they knew he was still a warlock and that his fellow party members don't trust him and haven't really trusted him 100% for a while now. So they've seen him disappear, and since it's been so long, even after the first year, they're like, fuck him. He was a bad guy. He would have turned on us.
And does that make Lou sad, angry? What's the major emotion there from kind of coming to that realization?
It would be angry, but he would also be crying because
Angry
he
crying.
kept telling his colleagues that he's reforming, and by breaking this contract, as he was accused of, was actually a good thing, rather than continuing to be under the president's control. Lou believed he was doing the right thing.
And yet, your party never supported you. They never came to get you. How sad. But we'll come back to Lou from that horrid realization as we come back to the party, back in the present day. Morph hands Alvina another javelin.
Yeah.
And now it's time to play the game! As in each one of the remaining party members' heads, you hear the sound of cold, suppressive steel. Some of you just not fucking automatically messaging me. I hope you enjoyed the first round of this game. The rules are the same. Who do you select to be the victim? Choosing not to play will count as an automatic vote for yourself.
Be safe in the knowledge, guys, that Lou won't be voting for any of you.
Unfortunately, Lou doesn't get this option. Lou's in
That's
prison.
what I'm
Lou loses
saying.
Lou
his
got
voting rights.
arrested
You
again.
can be happy that Lou won't vote for them.
So what's kind of funny is that like they came here to like arrest you and potentially imprison you if you were found guilty. And hilariously, you've ended up imprisoned.
You've
So-
actually have been in prison, so job succeeded.
Yeah, for 10 fucking years.
Task failed successfully.
What you perceive as 10 years.
What I know to be 10 years.
From your
Yeah,
point of
Every
view,
single
yeah.
day I spent there. It's you perceive it not to be 10 years.
But I believe that's all the votes in.
Mm-hmm.
As in each of your heads, you hear the voice once more. Thank you for playing. Your selection has been noted. And each of you, nothing again happens. The world doesn't shift or change around you, but for one of you, I need to make me an intelligence saving throw. And that person is Zormir.
Oh.
This time it's not
What?
betrayal.
Oh, no.
You did ask
Oh,
for it,
damn.
dude. You did ask for it, dude.
And a D.
8. Do not roll a 1. Don't you dare roll a 1.
D8.
Oh, actually, is it the hero dice or the...
Three.
I
got
think
29.
I've used the hero dice if you were
Oh, it's a
saying.
D10 otherwise.
D10.
Alright, so.
Oh, no, it's a D10.
Yeah.
I mean, to fair, it's a DC 28.
Well, it's-
I mean, you could roll a 1.
Yeah, he's like, it's possible to fail. Yeah, it's the 3. It was a 3!
Still
Don't
three.
go back on it! It was 3!
Destiny wants
Zormir,
you to have
you
a
feel
29.
your world shifting around you temporarily before your mind pushes through the imprisonment. And you're still here. You
Aye.
hear not a voice, not a sound, but the essence of weight in your mind. The essence of pure white steel anger. Elder Control does not like the fact that you defied him.
Oh, you thought your poultry mind tricks were going to work on me? I'm a bloody psychologist. Try it, bitch.
I'm a bloody psychologist, you elder god. Ain't gonna work. Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah.
As somehow Zormir defies an elder god.
An avatar of an elder god failed because Zormir is a prison psychologist.
Oh jeeves. Fuck you, it's your turn. The game has temporarily been won somehow. What would you like to do, fuck you?
So, floating around in the astral sea or astral dreamscape.
Floating around at
It's the
speed
effectively
of-
ethereal sea.
The
Because
ethereal
the
sea.
ethereal realm is a thing.
He's just going to dimension door back down onto the ship.
Boink.
I was
Fair
going to
enough,
say,
okay.
think gravity and go down the way.
Mm. Well, he doesn't really think like that, but yeah. So yeah, he dimension doors back into the thing, and he's just gonna be like, I don't know what to do. Would he be able to see? Actually, he'd probably go down to the middle of the ship. He'd probably see the point standing in the doorway.
Yeah.
See Alvina, pistol in one hand, javelin ready in the other.
Yeah.
Chalk outline javelin.
Outline
If-
javelin.
If you come by, I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna
It's a
whisper
very
something in your ear.
detailed javelin.
Yeah, he's gonna. Cause he doesn't really know where Morph is at the minute because Morph is behind the mast here.
That's
he's
not a
gonna
mast,
run-
is it?
I thought it was a mast.
I thought the
Just
circle.
put here.
The little
No,
central
it's not.
circles are the masts
Oh,
on
the
the.
circle's the mast. All right.
Cargo.
Cargo trapdoor.
Yeah, it's the cargo. It's the cargo bay thing.
So,
So
That's
you
the
can
cargo
see it more.
holder.
running next to the point because I'm assuming that you look battered and bruised.
Almost dead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought I had healing word, but no, it's cure wounds, and I can't do another action spell.
Well, fuck.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's run over to the point.
Okay. I'll just whisper in your ear. We can vote for elder control.
Oh,
I don't want elder control to hear and change the rules.
I'm curious if we can vote for the cloud.
Ominous glow cloud.
Yeah.
But fuck you, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's going to be me then.
Zormir, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You have just survived an imprisonment.
Finish what I had already started and have my
Portal fire.
portal fire.
All right. Go ahead and have Dream Zormir blast through.
Okay.
For the sake of simplicity, they have the same stat blocks as Zormir.
Yep.
I can't bother to come up with a dream younger version of you.
I've got the exact same weapon as me.
Yeah, they might have a low proficiency or something though. It's weird. Time travel's weird.
Time travel's weird. You hit because it's killing a DC 10. As suddenly the dream energy from your blaster, the fact that it was created and is a pure construct of the dreamscape in which your dream Zormir is inhabiting, as it hits into the cloud, you can see the energy washing through the ectoplasm energy as they all begin to disintegrate as you deal 41 damage.
Oh, isn't the pistol from the dreamscape that I shot it with?
No.
Okay.
Because it's not in the dreamscape anymore. It was made solid.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Do I just have this power armor now? Sweet. Wait a minute. Am I going to keep this?
Well, why in the dreamscape, maybe? It's a slight like technical difference between the dreamscape, which is a communal dream space and has more solid rules, than the dream spheres, which is a personal dreamscape sphere or dream space that has more fluid rules.
Okay.
Look, guys, there's a whole undercurrent of philosophy going on here. Don't worry about
That's
it.
why I was like, wait a minute. Did that not work?
It's because of the
Mind gun network.
it's the way the ethereal agents manifest the dreams. They effectively make them solid and communal objects.
Okay. It basically gives admin access. It's basically what I've got, essentially.
Yeah. You have to like drag it from your own personal dreamscape for it to maintain the energy. There you go. Put a bit of background about that. But Zormir, you seem to have damaged the cloud. What would you like to do?
Fire again.
Go ahead. I was trying to think of any
Ooh.
you do so. You have bloodied the cloud. As Elder Control begins to flicker temporarily out of existence and back into it. As also Alvina's power armor flickers out of existence and then back into it.
Yeah, that was weird.
It seems whatever you're doing is destabilizing the dream. Even the world around you begins to flicker and then stabilizes again.
Alvina's armor's battery's getting low.
It's getting low, so it's fading out of existence.
What damage type was that? Just necrotic.
I'm
it was
assuming it doesn't matter.
dream power.
Yeah, I'm assuming
Right,
it doesn't
Dream
matter
necrotic.
for it. It can only be damaged by certain things at all. I think is the kind of gimmick.
It's almost like a reason why Morph's been handing out these
Yeah.
dream-crafted spears.
That's what I clicked for. It's like I'm trying to find other ways to get it, but it works.
Yeah, Morph's the backup way. You could also go into the dream and get your own personal dream stuff, and then like tear a portal and like Zormir did.
Not gonna lie, Alvina was very tempted if she worked that out to run down and just get one of the big fucking laser cannons from her dream.
But that is Zormir. That's your turn, right? You only have melee attack.
Yeah.
We then I have to roll d6. God,
Thank
this dragon
God.
is just not getting his goddamn nuke pack.
It killed the point in one hit.
We don't want the dragon back in this. The dragon.
Maybe you guys don't. This is a DM statistic. Alvina, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
2 javelins, right?
Yes. And I believe we discovered javelins actually have 120. So go ahead and
It
do
is
they
a
have the thrown
disadvantage.
property?
It is they do have thrown, yeah, this designed for throwing, but it is long range. It's 30 to 120, so they can reach it, but I'm at disadvantage. And I don't
Alright,
think
cool.
I can actually wait a minute. I just want to check if I reckless all
No, that's
strength
what-
No,
or if
that's
it's
what I
just
was
melee.
checking.
Melee.
Yeah, I wanted to check if it was
Also-
all melee or if it was all strength based ones. 'Cause it's worth checking.
It's also so you get to there. Oh, lessen the distance.
No, it's directly up, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Or
it's
something.
above the ship. I just,
Alright.
it's a 2D map.
Yeah, I assumed it was
Fair enough.
directly up. Otherwise, I wouldn't be shooting it from here. But yeah, I will. I'll basically just roll the hammer for the attack because I don't have a javelin on.
Yep, go ahead and make your rolls. What is your modifier?
It's strength either way
The
because throwing can
javelin
be strength.
is
I think there's still a chance you can like
A
crit
1D.
fail, but it's quite a low
It's-
DC.
Yeah, it's
1d6 plus.
strength.
Yeah.
So plus 5. 22 for
Yep, 22 hits.
roll 1d6 plus 5 for 6.
You do 6 damage.
But it did seem to do something though.
Yes, as again, there's a slight flicker, not as much as Zormir's like a couple seconds of flickering, but there's a visible flicker in the reality around you.
Yeah. And second attack for. You said it was 10, right? The to hit.
DC 10, yes.
Yeah.
Because this is just a giant light cloud. It's not trying to evade in any way. You just need to. The trick is how you're damaging it.
9.
Again, it begins to flicker now, and now as you look around, the Elder Control is becoming more blurry, less well defined, as the grip on reality begins to loosen. Alvina, is that your turn?
Ooh. Actually, I've just realised. The cargo bay, is that in the ceiling and goes down to the bottom floor? By the way, the cargo hold block.
No. So the cargo hold only goes up into the upper deck.
Okay, that's what I was assuming.
So that's a little elevator in the cargo hold that you can raise up to the upper deck for obviously transport. There's no hole between the cargo hold and the lower deck.
Okay. With Alvina's full movement, can she get to her own room?
There's a crack in the thing, so you can drop the 10 feet down into the cargo hold.
Is there one that goes down to her room, basically, for it?
But then you go down the stairs next to it and then get to your room. So that's like what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 if you chop down the gap. So you could probably dash there.
Okay. So I can move 45, so I can get to like my door, basically.
Yeah, if you drop the 10 foot down, which to
Yeah.
be fair with your power armor wouldn't.
You said it
damage in any
completely
way.
negates until up to 20, so so
Gotta have that shock suspension.
yeah. See, Alvina's gonna do that. She's gonna jump down and be like, I've got an idea. Drop, run, and she's at like her doorway. And that's
Alright,
gonna be
you
her.
do so.
Because she can't dash because she made the attacks. So
Yeah, fair. Then that goes to Morph's turn, and Morph looks around, having drawn another javelin, just holding it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stab it in the ground.
oh yeah, she'll go. Nice work, Morph, on the way of
But
path.
the point, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Hang on. I'm just going to check what fly speed you get from fly.
60,
60.
60. And how far up is the cloud?
80.
80.
Okay.
Look at the DM made it purposely annoying.
Yeah, no. I cast fly. I zoom over to Morph and get as high as I zoom over to Morph. Grab a javelin. Get as high as I can. Just flying straight up. Javelin held above me.
What is it,
Just
10,
superhero
20,
mode.
30. So you can get 30 to more, 30 up. So you're 50 away from the
away.
cloud.
Still in long range of the javelin because they've got a really awkward 30-foot close range.
Yep.
But that's without dashing.
It
but
was
you
an
do your
action
action
to
cast,
cast fly. Yeah.
Fair enough. Then we'll come back to you next time. Morph begins making more javelins, feeling really useful all of a sudden.
Javelin.
Unfortunately, it's now time for the game.
Yay.
And in your heads. Now, round 3. I feel like we ought to spice up the game this time.
Oh, I'll stop
In
typing.
honor of last round's
Success.
success, we'll say. I should also note that any illegitimate choice that you pick will count as a disqualifying entry and will therefore select yourself in case any of you are getting any ideas.
Defy legitimate.
This is a game only for the party members.
Would you like to join the party?
There's a position available.
So please cast your votes once more. And I'll tell you the additional rules after the tallies have been selected. As we wait for all the votes to come in, let's switch to our advert, Kevin.
Switch to adverts. Is this Loon? Oh, it's adverts.
I know a word from our sponsors.
The sponsors. Twitch says friends
Who's
for Bay.
sitting
Give me
grinding
money
his
now.
teeth?
Oh,
Throw me a subscription right now, and you will receive my emote to be able to be used on channels on Twitch. Go for it. It's fun. It's
Now
great
that
emote.
we have the votes in, thank you all for playing. I will announce the extra rules for round 3.
Mhm.
This time, the highest and second highest
Yeah,
voted
I thought that would be
persons
it.
in the room get to test their might against my mind, apparently, since some of you actually seem to be able to withstand it. Would you like to know which order?
Hey,
people
thank
were
you,
voted in?
Sheepbeard. Thank you for the sub. You're awesome.
oh, but yeah.
Or should I
like-
just announce the 2 victims? I feel like, in the name of amenity,
Anonymity.
especially given how close the votes were, it was a near 50-50 split.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The 2 victims, and suddenly for most of you, the world doesn't change, but for 2 people, I'm going to need intelligence saving throws.
That's half at this point.
And I'm going to need one from Zormir again,
Mhm.
but also the point.
Hmm.
I might have spoiled my ballot again.
Ah.
Oh.
And
Oh wow, you can actually pass as well, point. Damn.
Yeah. Point's quite smart. Just
I know you were. I didn't know. I didn't. I
Can't
didn't know you
roll
were. I didn't know you were +8. I knew you were bright, but I didn't know you were +8. For
Unfortunately, that
intelligence.
still requires a nat 20.
It's passable though. It's better than my -2. All right. If I nat 20, I still fail by 10.
Oh,
it's called tonight. I'm going to destiny that.
I'm gonna flash to make that
28.
28.
Damn it, Zormir, how are you so good at this? It's a damn demigod I'm throwing against you here.
Yeah, but
Psychology.
You know,
He's a prison psychologist.
Oh, that's so good. That's so on character. I love it.
psychologist, as he stated already.
Oh, poor Lou over here is having the worst time, having a full 10-year nightmare. And Zormir's just like,
I'm fine.
pass. As Zormir, once again, you feel the shaking of your mind as Elder Control attempts to imprison you. But you've seen these tricks before. He's projecting. Unfortunately, though, not everyone is quite as sharp in the psychological ways as Zormir. As fuck you, as you are preparing. Were you trying to heal the point? Was that what you were doing earlier?
No, I was.
It was the.
I was sharing my plan of voting for Elder
Yeah.
Control.
As the point shares their plan, as you look up at the point, you see the point suddenly vanish. As the point.
No, I'm not going to. I was going to say, since I was accelerating upwards while holding a spear, if I suddenly vanish,
Does
am
the
I just
spear
a
go
dwarf
with you?
railgun?
Does the spear go with you?
No, the spear goes with you. You are holding
You
it.
have a 2D drawing of a
that's what
spear now,
happens
though.
when Lou-
Forgot you were actually not there. Never mind. Fukyu, if you're looking out, you happen to see the point's ass vanish.
Such a crime.
The rest of them keeps going.
For some reason, the point is two entities: the ass and everything else.
Yes, and the rest
The
of them.
point. I need you to roll me a d6.
Okay.
Five.
5.
Oh, interesting. That's actually quite funny.
Oh yeah. Hell yes.
The point. Do you have any jewels or gems on you?
Oh
Of
god.
course he does. It's the point.
Yeah.
That'll be a yes.
So not in my inventory, but I think enough of my outfit is.
They're not actual gems. They're just real cheap glass replicas. They
Yeah.
look good.
Write me one of the whatever the largest gem you think on your person would be.
Probably in the belt buckle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like Elvis belt buckle.
As you're flying up, to the rest of the world, you vanish. But to you, the world doesn't vanish. It just grows immeasurably larger. As suddenly you find yourself inside your belt buckle gemstone. The belt itself now gone, the gemstone from your belt now gone on your person, as it seems to have enlarged and encased you. And you're suddenly no longer flying up, but falling back down while trapped inside the colored transparent gemstone, or I guess semi-transparent.
Yeah.
It'd be slightly opaque.
I mean,
As the world rushes past you, you fall further and further, deeper and deeper. As you pass through the cracks in the upper deck, you fall in towards the cargo hold. And as you hit the ground, yourself inside the gem reverberating around the interior, crystalline interior, the gem ricochets around the cargo hold before it finally finds a small crevice, a small slot, where it slips in between the cracks in the wooden panel and gets jammed in that small crevice. As the world emerges into shadow, and you find yourself still able to hear the distant, very muffled sounds of life around you. But you are now trapped, one apparently inch high, inside the gemstone. Light occasionally flickers past it, but you seem to have landed in a shadowy corner not often utilized.
Illuminated.
For imagery purposes, can we say that I'm kind of meshed into the molten remains of Merida?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're unable to teleport or use magic while inside this gem, and the gem cannot be broken or cut while the spell remains in effect.
Okay.
You are now trapped in a crystal prism in the dark recesses of the Dawn Riser. And we'll come back to you next round.
Yeah.
This is kind
As fuck you, it's your turn.
Okay. So, fuck you is gonna run over to Morph. That's my 430. I measured it earlier. And say to them, I can't use javelins. Can you like make a short bow and arrows?
Morph tilts their head at you. Not quite sure what you're asking.
Can I draw?
Morph looks down at the pad and the chalk and then hesitantly hands the chalk to you while still holding the pad out towards you.
Okay. And he's gonna, as crudely as Morph draws, he's gonna draw a.
Yeah, you don't want to stage jump.
Would you want me to do like a performance check or something to draw it?
Alvina's got a bow on her at all times.
I mean,
so
how
it looks
how
like-
bad at drawing do you think Fuku is?
I mean, he's as good as Morph.
Then if you believe it's within Fuku's artistic ability to draw a very crudely drawn image, I'm going to allow it just as
Fair
an
enough.
action. But as you've drawn it, Morph reaches out and slaps it, similar to how he's done with everything, and pulls the item out into the crudely drawn image and passes it to you.
I've just noticed something that's going to be a bit of a problem. You've
What's
got a
that?
bow and no arrows.
I did say I did.
Oh, did you
draw
say arrow
yeah,
as well?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, if you draw the bow and arrows, it comes with bow and arrows. It will come with exactly how many arrows you draw.
Yeah, so he probably would have drawn like 3 or 4 arrows quickly.
You
They're-
see
they're-
more
they're not
face kind of
straight.
light up in surprise and amazement. He couldn't have possibly conceived of this efficiency. Drawing multiple things? Wild.
Wild.
You have taught Morph something new.
Yay!
Da-da-da-da.
Multiplication.
I mean, yeah. You said that was an action to do that though, yeah.
It was Morph's actions do. I'll let you be
Morph
Oh, technically it has to wait till Morph's turn to do that.
Right.
So it's going to be an action for you for now.
Okay, cool.
And then Morph can do that on his next round. But to be fair, you might not actually get there. Because Zormir, it is your
Yeah,
turn.
Zormir's probably going to blow it up.
This cloud is looking pretty weak.
Okay.
My plan's the contingency.
Should have put a damage cap on this.
Mm.
Was expecting you to come up with a dream version of 30, 40 damage.
Wow, I think it's dead.
Wow.
Had I made it to the cloud, it would have been fine.
I'm not gonna... To be fair, if Alvina actually got in there, I think the weapons they're using are anti-matter rifles as well. So...
As before we disintegrate this cloud and destroy the dreamscape that you are now trapped in,
Mhm.
we're gonna head back to Lugrim and the Point. Just one final time before we announce the results of disintegration of the cloud. Let's head back to Lu. Lu. It's been 50 years.
You've now died of old age.
Not
Somehow,
far off it. It would be about
Certainly.
mid-70s.
your body refuses to give up. Some small ounce of pride still resides inside you that you will just not allow yourself to die of old age. Or just
Yeah,
die
it's
without dying of old age.
determination to
But
not
it's been
be
50
beaten
years.
by control.
You came to the realization that your party members had abandoned you, that nobody was coming to save you 10 years ago, or
40 years
ago.
And 40
And that
years on,
you would,
you have vindicated.
no doubt, die in this tower unless you did something. What have you been up to for 40 years? Have you tried to escape? Have you given up on escaping and taken to a life of solitude? How have you gone insane in the isolation? What? Tell us about Lou.
would would I have had the spear in the cell, or would have I lost
You had
it?
the spear, actually, yes.
Because
That's still a
obviously I
spear,
took it, but would I have gone into the cell with the spear?
Yeah.
So what Lou would have been trying to do is it like bars?
Okay, I see it.
Lou would be going round the tops and bottom of the bars, trying to like take the bars out.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to dig them out.
You attempt so. Give me a sleight of hand check. Let's see how long that worked for, or how long you were able to keep attempting that.
I'm gonna destiny that.
Is it not very long, apparently?
Broke on the first try. You were just too angry.
Also, it's a 2D drawing of a spear. It broke instantly when you held it up to the bar.
After 10 years, you did try this. You instantly broke it. It completely destroyed your morale for a good long while. Until eventually you tried something else. What else did you try in your 40 years?
What do I have? I mean,
Start
I've got a crowbar.
Crowbar. Oh, you tried the 2D
Trying, like,
spear before the crowbar.
Bend the bars.
Give me a strength check with advantage.
Ooh, fuck me.
You got advantage at least.
There you go, advantage. You have a crowbar. Why the hell were you using a spear first?
The two-dimensional
crowbar.
spear was the
pissed
first
off,
off.
okay?
option.
Brain wasn't exactly clear.
To be fair,
10 years
yeah,
of
he's been
starvation.
eating moss
no.
and cave water for 10 years at that point. And again.
17.
You had advantage.
Oh, you
Roll it
did
again.
know. Yeah, you roll again in case you get
I
higher.
didn't do the advantage, sorry.
It's fine, it's probably going to be a 17 anyway. 20!
No, 20.
Great!
Natural.
Natural 20.
Roll me a D. Roll me a D10.
5.
5. It was 5. Well, 5 plus 10. It was 15 years into your solitude when it happened. When it finally happened. 5 years of careful leveraging. You learned your lesson from that spear. You were determined not to break the crowbar.
Yeah.
Your only hope
I figured
at
the
salvation.
spear had a good point on it.
And for 10 years, you did. Slowly, meticulously, methodologically. You bent that bar. Until one day, just a random day, 15 years into your imprisonment, you were sure that no matter how much you bent that bar, it was never going to buckle. And then it did. And with it came an entire segment of the wall. You did it. You broke the wall of your prison. And as you looked up, no doubt with a grin on your face, having seen the rubble and the chalk rising,
That was bigger than Cheshire Cats.
You look up at that gap in the wall, and you see
The second
Another
wall.
a black void.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
And you recognize the barrier of the demiplane's existence. There is nothing beyond the walls of your cell. The existence literally does not exist. You are trapped in a small sub-pocket of space in who knows where. And without magic, there is literally no way to escape, and it dawns on you. And that sheer high of delight, of finally having a chance that maybe somehow with your own hands you could rip apart the walls of your prison and you could escape and you could show everyone who doubted you that they shouldn't have. But as you look at that wall, that black wall, as high as you rose, you fall. And the despair is crushing. How does Lou feel after all this? After having their hope dashed and the realization that it doesn't matter if you break every wall in here because the wall is nothing but decorations to a small section of subspace.
Very disheartened and
I can imagine.
seriously pissed off. Because, you know,
Makes sense.
15 years, not a short time.
You spent 5
not.
years moving this rock, and it turns out this is a
And for 35
Probably has
years
fucking
more,
carpal tunnel.
that rage builds inside you. And what happens to 50 years imprisoned Lou? We may never know, as we'll come back to that in a second. The point. 10 years have passed. You've been inside this gem in the shadow of this crevice. You've occasionally heard life outside the gem, somehow more of a cruel fate than Lou. For you are only partially removed from existence. You can hear life going about, and occasionally you see flashes of light as if there is existence outside your gem. Life is going on. You hear the rumbles of the ship getting into combat. But if the ship is getting into combat, going on adventures, why hasn't anyone come to save you yet? Have they forgotten about you? At least with Lou, there was an absence of reminder. They could theoretically forget. But you, it's almost like the reality is tormenting you. Life exists. Life is within visible reach. And yet, you have never felt so far removed from existence. A watcher. Doomed and cursed to non-existence. But always to be reminded how close it is. How does the point feel after 10 years?
How many songs have you written?
How long did you write songs before it got too much?
Exactly. I think I only managed like 3 songs until I realised no one's ever going to hear these. I think for the past
How
at
did you
least 4
survive?
years, the
Yeah, how
point's
did-
just
wait.
been pretty much despondent, just
I was
pretty much
doing like,
w-
you've only got
wanting
rashes
to.
for a few days.
wanting to, but not being able to not be part of this anymore.
As the days go by, you do start to get a little hungry. But something about your imprisonment has suspended your bodily animations, slowing them. And you realize after months turn to years and years turn to 10, you are slowly getting more hungry, but at incremental paces. You realize you will not starve before you die of old age.
That's a long ass time.
There's a
for
silver
dwarf.
lining.
Considering he's a dwarf, that's a long ass time.
Yeah.
Towards the end, you may feel the ravenous. You will die, starving a level of starvation no mortal would ever dare to endure.
Except Alvina after 15 minutes.
Point turns to auto cannibalism.
Actually, after a
But
while,
the
you
point,
genuinely might.
what
They
is
probably
your
would, yeah.
what is your rationalization for why no one ever came to save you?
Yeah, because normally any crystal that's just left on the ship that's not in someone's room, Alvina immediately
Yeah.
steals. So...
But the point's rationalization is there was never any reason to. The point didn't contribute anything to this party. Why would they try and find them? It's just some hanger-on who's now not a problem anymore.
Ouch.
God, Zormir, you gotta do a much better job being a therapist for these
I
guys.
was about to say, yeah, these two fucked. God,
Point just
fucking
really
damn.
bad mental health, okay?
I know, so is Gwen, so is Lou, apparently. The fuck? Is Alvina the
Hey,
only
I've
one with a
had
positive
50 years
outlook?
on my own.
I know, but you were after that for 10.
Yeah,
But-
with what I had to
Oh.
eat.
As Lou
true.
and the Point suffer in their own imprisonment, the final hit is struck against the cloud. And for one last time, I'm gonna see if this damn dragon gets a breath.
No.
Poor dragon, man. Poor dragon. Just wait a second, Nuke.
Oh,
Dragon
damn.
comes up, tries to breathe, nothing comes out. It's a sad time for all.
Mhm.
What an underutilized dragon. Well,
It did
the
some
dice
work
decided.
last time, but I
It did. The
out-muscled
dice
it.
decided.
Yeah.
The DM abides by the dice. But as the cloud evaporates and Elder Control vanishes, Alvina's outfit vanishes, as the Ancient Dragon sweeps up, and for story's sake, I'm just going to force a 6 here, just because I want to end this with the dragon about to breathe before it vanishes. For sheer aesthetic
About
delight.
to breathe on Zormir.
Because I'm the DM, that's why.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
the
much.
damn DM and I want the scene to end with the dragon
Cinematic.
trying to breathe and just vanishing at the last moment.
Hell yes.
Every single character, Lou Grim and the Point including, wake with a start back in their bedrooms.
Do we still have the benefit?
I was about to say, do we get the benefits of a long rest?
You do get the benefits of a long rest. Go ahead and have a
Yay.
long rest for the next session. This was an isolated episode because I needed to rearrange things around a bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So technically this was going to be the next arc after the ghost.
But we kind of
But we've done it as an intermission
I
arc.
wasn't
Which,
there, so
We skipped a quest and got into the next
yeah,
one.
felt like the point was quite vital to the ghost arc, and it was hunting for the egg that you have.
yep.
And it was easy enough to just, since I'd made this of like when you went to dream after defeating the ghost,
yeah.
you do this, so it was easy to slot in. Conveniently, everyone went to sleep, so it worked really well for me. Very, very convenient timing. Well done. Pick the right time.
And don't worry, by the way, guys, the two of you that were in for like 40, 50 years or so, I imagine you're both quite hungry, so I'll cook, when I cook breakfast,
more
I'll actually
importantly-
be very happy.
Lou Grim and the Point, as you wake, you don't fully remember your dreams. After all, you wake from a nightmare, and you have this strangest sensation that you spent so long in that dream, but as you begin to wake, as you begin to rouse from your sleepiness, like any good nightmare, it begins to fade into the backdrop of your memory. What felt like a lifetime in your dream was a vague, confusing series of events in your in your waking life. It will have no doubt left an impact on your soul. Your subconscious will remember. But to your conscious mind, it begins to fade and becomes nothing more than just another bad dream where you spent a lifetime in a nightmare.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because Alvina doesn't normally dream, and this is a weird magic-y one, does Alvina remember everything that happened to her?
Yeah.
Yay.
Everyone else, this was like a dream. Alvina gets special elf privileges.
Yay. on account of not being normally able to dream.
Yeah. It's a special event just for you.
Yay.
I mean-
It's a normal occurrence when people dream.
I mean, does fuck you have some kind of memory because of Morph or?
Oh, you'll all have memories, but I'll leave it up to each character to how much of their dreams they remember because it varies per person. I myself, I'm terrible at remembering dreams, so
I'm pretty
for
good
any
at remembering
characters like
memories.
me, it just eventually all.
Either, so
all
it
blends
actually
away.
works well for Lou.
But for those who would like, I'll leave it up to each character basically of how much they remember. You can remember like just the series of events of the dream, as if you're waking up like, oh, I remember I was like fighting this and doing this, but not the details, or like not like the second to second living experience. Or you can remember it in vivid detail if that's who you want your character to be. It's gonna be up to each character.
Would Lou remember the part before he went onto the ship?
The part before he went onto the ship.
So where he was.
So you mean fuck you woke him up? Well,
Where he was
Keep
attacked by
moving.
ninjas.
When
Oh.
he was attacked
Yeah.
by ninjas of control.
Lou, that's up to you. Neil, would you how much of that dream would you have liked to remembered? You can also, it doesn't have to be uniform. You can remember like the first part of the dream really well, but like the nightmare part blends together because nothing happened.
Repression. It was literally
The
repression.
beginning of it would probably be lingering a bit more than the rest of it. Because, it's like ninja lizards with
Yeah.
lightning
Alvina
batons.
will be bringing up.
And fuck you appearing in one of Lou's dreams.
Alvina will be bringing it up in breakfast. So those guys at least.
Dormir's
Probably
got
after that fight, Lou wouldn't remember much.
Dormir has got a pretty detailed recollection. Because I can remember dreams pretty damn well, so I think
That's right.
For me, it completely depends on the dream, but I think Alvina being not normally dreaming, she's like, oh, I'm gonna basically really, really remember this. Also, there's a lot of space in her brain for dreams, let's be honest here.
Alvina's gonna be like, why do you people dream? You're fucking horrible.
That was great. I'm sorry, I got to ride a dragon again.
Yeah, I mean, Alvina just was fighting as well. Always does in
Yeah.
real life too.
Oh, but
Here's
this is
Dormir's.
perfectly
The
normal.
dreams came to life. There's two. From the second one.
Yeah, the zombies be fucking trippy ass dream.
Yeah.
But with that, our little mini adventure into the dreamscape and Lou Krim being attempted to be arrested for breach of contract comes to an end. That has been Trails of Dreaming Disaster Part 2,
Yeah,
Episode 51.
that was fun. Lovely.
And with that, you have your fully charged dream, your not your dream, your mirror detector,
the
or
Ghostbusters
mirror
box.
device.
The Ghostbusters
That
box.
is still fully charged, but I believe also only had like half a day's charge on it. You have all got the benefits of a long rest, and we will pick up with the Haunt of the Icemierst next week.
Cool.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. I hope you had fun. Hope that wasn't too traumatic.
Yep.
That was good.
Heard that
was
we're really
great fun.
going deep into player trauma this season.
Yeah, for fuck, like damn. Also, you guys said I'm the one that needs therapy. Fuck.
You need therapy for an entirely different.
Somebody need to judge you that.
Homicidal.
We need therapy for the good of ourselves. You need therapy for the good of everyone else.
for good of the world.
With that, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. I have been your DM, Chris McGinty, and this has been Alterra. Good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Good night. Cheers, Chris.
Out.
Okay,
Definitely
you
out.
actually out this time? Yeah.
Definitely out. Definitely out.
Okay, and on my end, oh, that was great. I loved that. That was really cool. Kind of sad that Zome passed twice just because I wanted to try and see if I could get the railgun out of the dream just to see if it would have worked, but it was still awesome.
I'm not sure if I'm glad or not that I didn't make it into the dream cloud. Because
Yeah.
I would have attempted to summon Blackstar.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah,
Oh.
like call James up. Get in here. We need you.
Get in here, we need you. Why? Blackstar. Okay. But yeah, that was a great old time. I love that. I'm looking forward to the next one as well, but this is fun. Yeah, so yeah, there might be a stream by me tomorrow. Geddon, I believe, is still on hiatus, but I might do a bit of Pokemon Randomizer because that game is just fun. So yeah, thanks Chris for GMing. It was awesome. Thanks everyone for playing because you caused me to laugh so hard so many occasions. Possibly see you guys tomorrow. If not, see you on Monday for more Wildermyth. So have a fantastic evening, every single one of you. Keep playing video games, keep it awesome. It's all the best on Twitch. Enjoy yourselves, guys. Have a fantastic time. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.